Awesome. All right. Well, I didn't think I was going to have an intro, but I might just try one. This is podcast number 2 of however many we actually get to. Our first off-site podcast with Susie.
Hi.
From Meemoms in Brick, Middletown, and Wall. The first podcast was with John from May Brewing, and I basically said, John, listen, I have 30 minutes to 45 minutes of content planned, even though I booked this for 2 hours. And he said, well, you picked the right person to get on the podcast because I'll talk for a while. And that was true. That podcast went for 2.5 hours with literally no script at all. We just kind of winged it for the entire time. And that's the plan here, obviously, because as you can see, we have no notes, or even on my phone, there's no notes. I don't know if you have any notes. Nothing, of course. So
I'm just the guest.
Yeah. What we did was, so I recorded the podcast. I chopped it up in Premiere, and then I made reels with it, obviously, and then I posted a few on my Instagram, and then basically told my story on the first podcast as to how we got started with this, and then you commented and you were like, hey, it's pretty much the same, right?
Yeah.
I was actually here, it
was right after COVID, right?
I think it was during COVID.
Oh, yeah, because we weren't open inside.
It was like 2020. You weren't open inside that time?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure that was...
It was like literally right over there.
Yeah.
I think it was like November of 2020.
Yeah.
So we were like 3 months into being a company at that point.
Oh, wow.
If you could even call it a company, because we had like 1 or 2 clients. But yeah, I don't even remember how we connected. Was it through like Instagram? And I basically said, hey, I'll come do a photo shoot for free.
Yeah,
and then I just kind of showed up here and took pictures.
And I started doing social media here, but I didn't have a camera yet. Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take them up on these nice photos.
For free. And then here we are, 16 November, what's this, 5? Yes, 18 months later, year and a half, almost a year and a half.
Wild.
Insane.
Time flies.
In the same spot where we took our first photo shoot. So, on that original video I posted, you commented and said, hey, I basically have the same story as you. And I was like, well, might as well hop on a podcast and tell me about it. So, and I usually start as in like the sample size of one that I have, of one podcast, about kind of how you got started here, and even your background as to, digital marketing and stuff like that.
So I started here 3 years ago. Actually, this month is 3 years. Wild. I worked for a well-known taco company at the Jersey Shore. I'm not going to say the name. For about 13 years of my life. I worked all the way up to general manager, and I just didn't love it. Management wasn't for me. I'd done like a little social media for them, but that was back in like 2012 when it was like just like Facebook, really, and like I don't know. So I was doing that, and that didn't really go anywhere. And I was like, I just don't like managing. And my husband and I were eating lunch here. We came here all the time. And they had an ad out on Instagram for needing servers. And I was like, I should just quit my job and like serve. And he's like, do it. And I was like, what? I was like, do you want me to give up my salary and like serve? He's like, you hate it. I was like, okay. So I did.
Yeah.
Took a giant leap, demoted myself. I was miserable for a little bit, but all in all, mental health. I was definitely happier doing that. And then fast forward, probably like a year into working here, I did assistant manage, which is nothing really. It's just basically a shift leader here. Yeah. And then the reason I got the job was, I don't know if you remember, there was this like viral thing on the internet where this art curator like sold a canvas, and it was like a banana that was duct taped
to the wall.
Yeah. So we're like, we should recreate that with French toast. So like I kind of just like I went into the back actually over there in the server station. There's like a white wall, and I duct taped a piece of French toast, and I took a bite out of it, so it looked like someone ate it. And I took a photo, and I like really like edited it like really bright using like Lightroom or something, and I made it look like it was like on a canvas, and I posted it with the caption, Jack, paint me like one of your French toast girls. And it like blew up. Like it was just shared like all over, and like got all these comments. And the other owner, Sean, was like, do you want to do our social media? I was like, sure, let's do it. So that time I was doing it like part-time. I was still like managing and serving here. And then probably like a year ago, I started doing this full-time. So now I'm full-time.
Jeez. So you were serving for 2 years and then you moved into the social media role basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who was running the social media like before that?
So they had all the managers like have the password basically
Kinda
to the
pitch in.
Instagram. Yeah, and they just if you saw something you liked, you took a photo. Which
Yeah.
like I look back and I'm like, oh, it's so fun.
Jesus. When you started, do you remember like how many like I guess followers you had? Or?
Yeah, we had at that point we had 7,000 followers, and
Yeah.
I think I have like almost 14,000.
Doubled it
Yeah.
in like a year and a half,
Yeah.
not even. Jesus. All because of or not because of one picture, but because you basically took over and
Yeah, and I do
like,
consistently now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's not every once a week. I do it 5 days a week at least.
You have your own camera still?
Mhm.
Which kind?
I have a what is it, the Canon.
Oh, it's in the bag back
yeah,
there?
back
Oh.
there. I forget.
Gotcha. You just, I mean, pop it. You obviously can't see it on the camera here, but like in the front of this restaurant, it's like literally
The best.
the perfect lighting.
Oh my God, I
Like I'll
love it.
probably throw some B-roll into this clip and be like, listen, just look at this lighting here. There's no equipment besides the camera.
No, and like
That's
I used
it.
to bring a ring light with me. I don't need it. It's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Even when it's raining, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we don't even have a ring light here, but even here, like the lighting's pretty good too. But up there is, I mean, I think it's probably the white walls and like the reflection of the light. But
Yeah, that white wall up
It's
there.
crazy.
It's the best background
Yeah.
for photos.
of course. So there's 3 locations, and you manage
I
all
managed
of them?
here. No.
Or yeah, just.
So I
just
worked
location?
here as manager, and like if someone's on vacation, I'll fill in.
Yeah.
Like I help out. I kind of do a little bit of everything, to be honest.
Just a jack of all trades.
I am,
Of course.
yes.
You run social media for every single location, right? Is it just so? It's just one Instagram for Meemoms, but
Yeah.
there's 3 Facebook pages
Yes.
for each individual location. How do you run all 3 Facebook pages?
Well, I have them all like logged into my
Yeah.
Facebook, but I basically post pretty much the same content for everything. Brick is a little different because they have outdoor dining, so I kind of like try to gear it more towards like, hey, we have this really nice outside dining area, like come for that. And then at the time, like not all stores were delivering. Now we're all kind of on the same page with everything.
I wanted to ask about the ability to, so like in my position, right? Well, you basically have one brand voice, so it's not kind of hard to sound like 4 different people. Like if we have 4 different clients, we have to sound like 4 different people, which is tough. It kind of drives you insane. You're like, am I a sociopath trying to sound like 4 different people?
No,
I have multiple personalities and things. It's
I
kind
get
of
it.
weird.
I have like a little side business, so I do
Yeah.
I do a thrift store. I do here. I do a fire company. So
Jeez.
and then I might be doing some other stuff too.
All social media?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But like the fire company for me, it's hard, like because I
Yeah.
feel like I have to sound like manly almost, like you know what I mean, like with Meemoms, I'm always like really into pop culture and like trying to be like fun and sound like very like Gen Z.
So there's a fire company Instagram page, and
Yeah.
like what's their Instagram? I gotta follow them.
It's Union Fire Company in Belmar, but like a lot of fire companies actually have social media. That's how they get members.
True, I didn't actually think
Yeah,
about this.
nowadays that's how you try and
So,
get.
which one is it?
It should be. No, handle. It's Union. Well, pull it up. Union _fire _company.
Gotcha. These are all your pictures?
No, I just
Basically?
took over.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's a lot different than French toast.
Sure is. Yes, like yeah.
What's the thrift store about?
That is back on the racks in Ocean. It's kind of like I guess you could say like a upscale consignment a little. Like they do have like a lot of like name brands and stuff. So I usually go there like once a month and sometimes twice a month, and I'll like just they'll usually pull outfits for me, and I just take photos of them, and I set my whole month.
Yeah.
And then every day I'll go on, I'll post some links to our website real quick. But like basically my month is just like set with them. So it's pretty easy.
Do you use like scheduling software
Yeah.
or
I just
like
honestly I just
Hootsuite?
use Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to use Hootsuite, which was okay.
It's okay. I didn't love it.
And once Facebook released Creator Studio, I was like, I'm just gonna schedule posts
It's no
for
brainer.
like, yeah, you could just schedule them for. You could sit down on Sunday night and be like, listen, I'm gonna schedule Monday through Sunday. And since I'm here, I already know like what the promotions are gonna
Right.
be and everything I want to promote. Like you can just 8 a.m., 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Like it's
amazing.
Your breakfast place.
Like the stories to Instagram, I don't love.
Yeah.
Like kind of looks not as nice as I would make it
Yeah.
like live on Instagram.
Yeah.
But it's like I went on vacation for like 9 days and I was stressing. I'm like, I'm gonna lose my followers.
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
my god! But I set up everything. It was like it was good. Didn't lose any followers.
It's kind of tough to like actually grow a following on Instagram right now.
It is. You're not
Like you
making
kind of just
reels.
hit a plateau of like, oh, hit growth for like 2 years, and then you kind of just plateau out.
Mhm.
Then you're like this.
Yep.
Just like, I don't know if the camera can see this. But you're using, pretty much everything, right? You're on TikTok.
On
or
TikTok.
You're on like.
I can't seem to hit it on TikTok. Like I just feel like I just need one video to like.
Yeah, that's how it
go,
goes. Yeah,
but-
it's hard to go viral.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it was easy to go viral, we would be, opening or working with people in like New York and.
I do like TikTok. I feel like editing videos on TikTok is so much easier than
Yeah,
Reels.
Instagram Reels suck.
Yeah, it crashes every time I'm trying to do something.
Horrible. What I do is I actually like build out the entire because I have it's so much easier to work on a desktop compared to a laptop too.
Mhm.
So I just take the video from my camera, put it into Premiere, chop it up, add captions, and that's it. I just push it out. Like I don't have to edit anything
Yeah.
in my phone because it'll drive me insane. But I think it's how it should be. I don't know if you use you can use like Premiere Rush,
Yeah,
like things like that, and just chop up video.
I use Cut Copy. I think it's called
What is it?
sometimes. Cut Copy. I use
Cut
it for
Copy?
TikTok, so you can like add captions and everything, and like transitions.
I haven't heard of that.
I am learning though. Like video, I'm not that strong on,
Yeah.
and I need to get strong on it.
Yeah. Instagram has literally come out and said, like, we are going to push
No.
Instagram Reels, whether you like it or not. Like, the only way for new people to discover you, like, hashtags, obviously, but, like, when's the last time you actually searched for a hashtag?
I don't.
I never do. I, like, literally never do. I feel like the only thing hashtags are good for is, like, getting likes from bots and comments.
Yes.
Like,
Ugh.
promote it on
Always.
this.
Anytime I
I'm
post
like,
anything
dude.
with food, it's like promoted on Cuisine Arts or
What
something.
even is that page? Like they probably paid to get like 1 million followers, and they're like, oh, let's just charge people to get featured on our page.
And it's like immediately, as soon as you post
it's
it.
insane.
It's so weird. I'm like, delete. Ugh, clutter.
Like imagine if like Elon was buying Instagram or Facebook, and he was like, all right, what percentage of your users are bots? On Instagram,
lot.
it's probably like 40%,
God.
maybe even more. To be
And
honest,
then like I get like the inbox messages. So it's like buy crypto or something. I'm like,
I get those too, and they'll be like, "Hi, darling, do you want some?" I'm like, "Yo, what? Have you even looked at my page? You call me darling right now?" Or, "Hey, girly." I'm like, yo, what?
it's so funny.
It's so bad, and like most of them are crypto. A lot of them are like, hey, you want to pay like $300 for 40,000 followers? And I'm like, no, because you're gonna number one, take my money, and then number two, I don't want that many people.
I don't want that
are
fake
just,
following.
Yeah, a lot of people actually do that. I don't know why.
I don't think it does anything for your algorithm, like at all.
Does not.
Yeah.
And it actually might hurt you because if you pay for 50,000 followers, like I don't think you might have to pay separately for likes too.
Ugh.
But if you're paying for the followers and not paying for the likes, like you're
Don't
gonna
do
have
it.
like 50,000 followers and like 3 likes on a picture,
It's
and
sketch.
it's just like, I was gonna ask you how you grew your Instagram page, but I figure you probably just paid somebody
Yeah.
$300.
I am team
Um,
like organic growth,
yeah.
like all the way. Like even like they're like we have 13,000 followers. Why am I like getting 50 likes on a photo?
Yeah.
I'm like, but there are people that like our content.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what we want. We don't want like
On
randos.
bots, like that's why I'm so reluctant to use hashtags now.
Yeah.
Like it's just you got to monitor your comment section for bots, and I like with how much money Facebook and Instagram or Meta or whatever it is now make, like figure it out.
Right.
Like you have just hire a team, build a team, and figure out how these bots exist. Like so for our example for Run With It, we basically will like find people that are using a certain software for their business. Like it could be Toast, it could be Square, it could be anything like that for their point of sale. And more often than not, they'll have a website for their online store. And what we'll do is we'll follow them on Instagram, but for some reason Instagram like flagged our account and says, "Hey, you're following too many people," even though it was like 20 people in a week.
But then they can't block the bots.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm sitting here in New Jersey following people on Instagram, and you're blocking me compared to the people who are literally spamming accounts all day long for trying to get a feature on your page.
That's like on Facebook too. Like they'll block like a comment for something that's like not even remotely like bad. Just like have the word like die in it or something, and they block it. I'm like, come on.
I mean, I get that they have like, whatever it is, like billion, 2 billion, 3 billion users a month or whatever it is. I have no idea. But like, you have so much money. Like
figure it out.
Your CEO literally is one of the top 10 richest people in the world, maybe even top 5.
Right.
Like, you have the resources. Like, figure it out. Like, I understand you want to be TikTok, but like,
why can't TikTok be TikTok? And then like, like a lot of people don't like TikTok. Like, like I'd say a lot of like my generation. Yeah. They're not really grasping. I love TikTok, but they're not really grasping TikTok. So it's like, why can't we have TikTok and Instagram? Like, why do they have to be the same thing?
Yeah. I mean, Instagram, like the algorithm on TikTok is incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
it's insane.
You can
like
scroll for so long. On Instagram, it's just like, what's the best way to explain it? I feel like an algorithm should be something like, people don't know what they want until you show them what they want.
And then,
and
that's how TikTok gets you. Yeah.
That's how TikTok is. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess their algorithm will be like, hey, this video has certain attributes. It's by this user. It was watched, 50% through by most users. And it's like, let's show this to other people. And if somebody matches that criteria, it shows them similar videos that matches that criteria. Instagram is just like, no matter who you are, we're going to show this video because we think you might like it. It doesn't have to do with anything that you've expressed interest in. And, like half the videos I see on Instagram, I'm just like swipe, 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 swipe. I've watched like 1 out of 10 videos. Like the algorithm is so bad.
I get like on Instagram, I always get like these pyramid scheme like shake videos. I'm like, okay, I'm not interested in this like at all.
Of course. And it just like the content that I see on Instagram, it's like you have to try to make a cringy video to go viral.
Yes.
Like you have to just like be, I don't even know what the word is. like
outgoing, I guess. I don't know.
Like valuable content on TikTok. Like you can post a valuable video and be like, hey, this is what we do for social, and like, you can do this, this, and this, and get this, this, and this result, right? On Instagram, it's like if you're not posting, jump cut videos with your photography, if you're not, dancing or showing pictures of like, you're on a hike and you're out in like middle of California, right? It's like landscape videos and people. I'm like, how are you going to show this video to anybody if all you're showing me is just nonsense?
Right.
Like, how is anybody going to see my video?
That's not going to make me follow that person. Yeah. Like, cool video, but I'm not going to go follow you.
Doesn't make any sense. So Instagram has to figure it out. If they're going to go all in on Reels, it needs to be a lot better. Like, like 100 times better than it is right now.
Oh God, it's just so, every time I go to use Reels, it crashes. It might be my phone, I don't know, but like, and then I have to start over again. It's like very frustrating.
Yeah. Does it save as a draft?
Yeah, it does. Okay. But like, I don't, it like always freezes on me. Like, I don't know what it is, but it hates me.
This is what you should do. You should, you're recording right off your phone, or are you using your camera?
Yeah, I usually, my camera's not really great on video, so I usually just do my phone. But I do set, like, I don't record it in Reels. Like, I'll just take video footage.
So do this. Record it on your phone. Put it in Dropbox. You have a laptop too? Mm-hmm. Use your laptop with Dropbox. Download Premiere Rush.
Okay.
And then take the videos out of Dropbox, import them into Premiere Rush. Okay. Edit it that way. Like, it's super easy to do.
I'll try it.
And then export it into Dropbox, and then just save it to your phone and upload to Instagram. That's all you have to do.
Sounds better.
Yeah. It's just like the workflow in Instagram Reels is... I just don't have any words for it. I can't even stories too.
Yes. Oh my God. When you like put a GIF on something and then it like goes behind.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's so irritating.
Or like, you have like the 9:16 like aspect ratio, and then you put words up here, and then you put more words down here, and you're like, I want to move these words up here.
Yeah.
Then you click on the words, and it's bringing the words that are up top
like,
down. I'm like, dude.
I
like,
get you.
Seriously, like,
it's so annoying.
I just don't understand. And the Reels are horrible. The stories are bad.
I mean, Facebook's pretty bad too, though.
I haven't even gone on Facebook. The only reason I go on Facebook is because I need to post for other clients.
That's
like
me
the
too.
only reason. But like once in a while, I'll go on to like the my regular so I have 2 profiles. I have one for my personal, I have one for work.
Okay.
And the one for work is all, just like clients that we have and I'm friends with. My personal is like sometimes I'll go on it and I'll scroll and I'm like, yo, what is going on with people right now? Like, what are they doing out here?
Oh my God, yeah, it's like boomer outlet.
Yeah, it's so bad. And it's crazy though, because like your performance on social media really just comes down to like, your niche kind of, right? So you can post on Facebook, but more often than not, I guess maybe here, I don't know, like what's your average like
on Facebook?
customer? Yeah,
they're the older crowd for
right.
sure. That's I think the only reason I really do gravitate towards Facebook is because they are a big part of our demographic. So I need to reach them and let them know things.
Yeah.
So
even for like Bradley Brew, 3BR, like 3BR actually has a pretty big following on Facebook. But it's great. We have PJ Sweeney's, which is in
Brick. Right? Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you post on Instagram, they get like 3 likes.
But on Facebook,
on Facebook, it's like 60 likes for the same. I'm like,
because that's your demographic.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Go in there and like the average like age of a person in there is, I don't know, it's not 25.
Right.
I mean, there's obviously some 25-year-olds in there, but for the most part, their demographic is older. But I think the benefit of doing both is that you can hit both demographics and start to expand in one area. But it's really hard with organic content, which is it's basically a full-time job trying to run both.
Yes.
Well, as you know, because you do it full-time.
Yes. And then Facebook hates videos too.
Yeah.
Because they don't like the music, and I don't even bother if I have a video. I don't post it on Facebook. There's no point.
Yeah, we just bashed Facebook and Instagram for probably 15 minutes. I don't care.
Sorry.
They should hear it. I'm going to put my foot down eventually.
We love our jobs.
Yeah. Did you have any like background in marketing? You just kind of started doing it?
I went to Monmouth University for history.
Yeah.
I intended on teaching high school. That was like the plan. I graduated and I was like, I don't really love teaching. Like, I feel like all my teacher friends were like so passionate about teaching, and like I didn't feel like that, and I was like, that's not fair to me to like do to kids, you know what I mean? So I ended up, I was GM of one of the restaurants, and I just like ended up working my way up, and I was like, oh, maybe this is my career path, like, I don't know. And then I did a little social media I'm trying to think like how I even started doing like the Facebook for the taco place. I must have posted something that went
same thing,
I guess.
Same story.
I don't remember like how they're like, hey, Susie, you'd be a good fit for that. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But yeah, but it's funny, like if you look at my personal Instagram, I'm horrible. I don't post like anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just gotta go all in on the clients and the business that you work for.
I know. People are like, do you have any advice for like my personal Instagram? I'm like, no, I got nothing.
Idea.
I know food. Like that's
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Exactly. I mean, it's funny that you bring that up because I was kind of in the same position. Mm-hmm. So in school, I was basically like, I feel like you're either good at math and science or you're good at English and history.
I'm an English and history
girl. Me too. Right? Which one? History? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
math
either
and science.
one or the other, right? It's crazy.
Yeah. I barely passed college with math.
I'm in the same boat, but I went to school for finance.
Oh, wow.
And I had.
So you have to be good at math.
Not really, which is why I'm not in finance anymore, even though I graduated with the finance degree. Yeah, it's why I'm not managing anybody's money. So. Yeah. This way? Yeah. Cool. Is that better? Gotcha. Yeah, I fall back a little bit. Am I still in the shot okay? Like the camera? Or should I move closer? We're going to be on top of each other soon. Yeah, I studied. There we go. Is that good? I'm getting used to this. This is number 2 for me.
Hey man, it's a learning process. You got this.
Yeah, I mean, we were in the other podcast studio, and like we had the camera screen in front of us, and I was like this most of the time, and then I'm leaning over I'm like this in the microphone, and Meg's like this. He's like taking his headphones off. I'm like, dude, oh boy. But yeah. Finance, which is why I'm not managing anybody's money. but I always had like that creative aspect, and I was like had a good eye for visuals, and I'm sure like both of us are the same way because we don't like math or science.
Right.
So are we in the same boat? Like just like being able to be creative and
Yeah, I've always kind of like leaned towards that. Like actually in like high school I was in DECO, which is like the marketing club. So I always like liked that, but then when I went to college, I struggled a lot with math and like I couldn't pass the business classes. So I was like, all right, this is not meant to be. I'll be a teacher. I'm good with kids.
Did they force you to take business classes, or were you like a different major when you first went in?
I started in business but I went to OCC for 2 years before I transferred to Monmouth. And I started Ocean County.
Ocean County.
Because I'm from Towns River. Yeah. And then I was like, this is not going to happen because I can't pass these classes, but I'm really good at history, so here we are.
What ever at like U.S. history or
U.S. history. Like my focus was like the Vietnam War era.
Ah, so the 60s, 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like all about the Civil War.
Oh no, that's like snooze fest for me.
Really?
Yeah, can't.
You gotta read Grant's biography then.
Why?
Because he was basically a nobody. He was a drunk, and then he ended up becoming commander of the, Union Army,
Mm-hmm.
and ended up becoming president of the United States. Basically came from absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. You gotta read that. It's like 800 pages though.
Oh my God, no.
So probably not.
Wow.
Unless you want to go back to teaching history.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
I wrote too many theses and papers.
Yeah, there's no chance. Yeah, I'm done with college too.
Y'all never go back ever.
No chance.
Even if you pay me, I'm not doing it. Like I can't.
You could go for free for your master's. I'm
No.
like, that
Hard.
place can
No.
kick rocks. I'm
Yeah.
good off of that.
And I loved like I had a great college experience. I lived at Monmouth and like really had a great time there. But now I don't want to do it again.
So did you start teaching history when you graduated, or did you?
No, because I was gonna do the accelerated program.
Yeah.
And like something my gut just like told me like this
Just
isn't.
don't even do it.
Yeah, this is not for you.
Did you graduate?
2010.
So, was it at that point? Was it hard to get a job because of the recession?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Just teaching jobs, or just any job?
Any jobs.
Yeah.
I felt like all my friends were just like serving and bartending, and which is how we all got sucked into the food industry.
Of course. Yeah, I mean it's the same for me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I graduated in 2020, and basically literally the same, not the same timeline, but it was hard to find anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't have a job lined up like fall of senior year, like 3 or 4 months before the pandemic, like you were SOL.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, back then it's probably the same. And even now, like I'm super lucky to be in the position I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But it started the same way.
Right.
Like I didn't have anything out of college.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go into anything, and it was just hard to find a job.
It's also like for me, it was like kind of like depressing. Like I left college and I was like, I felt very unfulfilled. I was like, well, I just wasted. Did I waste 4 years on that? I mean, no. Like obviously a degree is very valuable, but I'm like, okay, now what? Like I don't know. I'm
If
not
you could
passionate.
go back to your senior year of high school, before you committed to any college, would you still go to college?
I don't know now. Like I could kind of do this job without. I mean, I don't really need it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I did, like, I felt like the college experience did shape me as, like, a person.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving out on my own, like,
Same way.
living with roommates, and I think every person should experience that.
I don't think.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah,
But
if you told, I mean, I liked school, but I mean, I would probably still go to college. Just me. I said this on the last podcast. Like, I'm a huge proponent of like where I'm at right now is exactly where I should be.
Right.
And like it's a result of everything that's happened.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Me too.
So,
like, I quit my job. I quit a salary job to serve tables.
Yeah.
Like, come on. God was like, hey, this is for you.
I mean, like, I mean, I was in a job I fucking hated too for like 3 months though. I wasn't there for a long time.
I didn't hate it for 13 years.
Yeah.
I just didn't like being GM. It was like too much responsibility for me that like I don't like being mean to people. I don't like firing people. Like that's just
And
not
being in charge of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that too. Like I don't want to be. I mean, I work with my friends, so it's kind of a different position. But even like the people that I don't know and that I work with, like I just don't like having to tell them what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what most jobs are.
Yeah, and that's not for me.
Especially like a corporate job. Even, I mean, not all restaurants and, hospitality groups are like that, but some of them are.
Yeah, for sure.
And, if you're in that position, just fucking get out.
Yeah. I also, like, quality of life was not great because I was working, like, 12-hour days. Like, I felt like I had to work weekends. I just didn't get to see, like, my family and my friends.
Yeah.
My husband's a police officer, so, like, we were working, like, opposite schedules, and, like, I wasn't seeing him, and it was quality of life. I was not great.
Yeah. It's the same way for a lot of people, even out of school.
Yeah.
Like, you go to school for 4 years and you're miserable.
Yeah.
And then you leave, and then you're still miserable.
Yeah.
Which is where I was at, where a lot of people are at, especially my age. How old are you?
35.
35. So I'm 11 years younger. I can't do math right now. That's clearly why I'm not a finance major. I can't even do math. But
Too early in the morning for that.
I'm like 2 coffees
Too
in
early.
too, and
It's 11 o'clock.
It's
Exactly.
certainly too early for math.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. You drink hot coffee?
You know, it's like I'm on the cusp right now where
Yeah.
it's like, I'm leaning more towards iced coffee.
Yeah.
I was feeling a hot coffee this morning. I don't know why.
Just like only ice or cold brew.
Really?
Only. Like it could be 10 degrees outside. I'm drinking iced coffee.
It's like love Rook. I
Yeah.
love their iced coffee.
Yeah.
Hot coffee, not so much. But like here, I kind of like go back and forth. We use Offshore here from Long Branch. Great
Yeah.
coffee. Want to try it?
They have a brick and mortar.
Yes,
spot
in
too?
Long Branch on Brighton Avenue. Delicious coffee.
Shout out to them.
Offshore.
I'll get you on the podcast. There's a few really good coffee spots around here.
I know we're
Obviously,
very
Brooke,
lucky.
Almost Home. If you've been there,
I haven't been, but I definitely want to go.
Super good.
I
They
saw
have-
their
they have an-
Seabright place looks gorgeous.
And they have an overnight iced coffee that I will literally drive 20 minutes to get.
Overnight iced coffee.
I don't know what they put in it. Like some coffee, gives you that like jump for
Yeah.
20 minutes. You feel like on top of the world for 20 minutes. You're like, I can do fucking anything right now. I'm gonna teach myself how to code. Like, I'm gonna run a marathon. I'm like, dude, I'm ready.
That's how I feel with Rook. I feel like I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
awake now.
Yeah. And then like 20 minutes later, you're like,
You
I
crash.
just want to go back to bed, man. This is so bad. But I don't know what they're putting in that overnight iced coffee from Almost Home. They must be putting like, antidepressants in there, just chopping them up and just tossing them in. I'm like,
Sounds like we need to find that out.
dude, like, I'm set when I drink that coffee. Like, I'm good for like 4 hours. It's
Really?
crazy.
I have to try it. It's a little out of my bubble, but I have to try
You
it.
don't crash either.
Interesting.
But like, I feel like with Rook, I don't think you'd crash. It also doesn't get you like. I mean, I drink coffee every day, so my tolerance is super high.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes if I drink Rook too fast, I
Yeah.
feel like the little like heart palpitations.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, slow down.
yeah, the cold brew.
Yeah.
Like, which one do you get?
I'm a New Orleans girl, but I
Yes.
also like the mocha a lot. But I wish.
is so
Okay,
good.
please bring back the cinnamon vanilla Rook. Please bring it back. That's my favorite one.
They are geniuses of branding.
Oh my gosh, yes, 100%. It's like so simple. It's just a
Yeah.
little bird.
Like,
You see it everywhere.
let's give everybody a sticker.
Yep.
And they'll fucking put it everywhere. I'm like, yes,
Yep.
exactly.
A
And I
lot,
go
of,
in
a lot
there,
of places do that though.
yeah. But I don't know like what it is about there. Like, I mean, obviously their product is fucking amazing too.
Yeah.
Like their coffee.
Because
is
I
super
think because
good.
it's just simple. Like they don't do like a ton of crazy drinks
Yeah.
or like anything. It's just coffee.
Yeah.
That's it.
Their coffee's so good.
So good.
I don't know how they do it. If it's like, what's up?
I could hear that.
You can?
Yeah.
Really? Dude, I need to like move everything away from myself. I'm just so. This is the coffee. Like I just have to move something. all the time. It's like super loud in your headphones.
I was like, what is that? And I look over and it's like,
Oh.
We need to get you like a fidget spinner or
Oh my
something.
God. Yeah, I need something. I need anything to just keep my mind going. That's
feel like
something.
learning how to play banjo right now?
Yeah. I mean, that's the coffee.
coffee.
Yeah. I'm like,
I didn't put any espresso in it.
Yeah. So, Rook. I don't even. It's like a combination of word of mouth, branding,
Location.
product. It's like the culmination of just everything that could possibly work the right way, and it does for them.
And the merch is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
People wear it like
Yeah.
they're geniuses.
They they need to expand beyond New Jersey.
But I think that's why like, people love it so much because like they aren't
It's like a Monmouth County exclusive.
yeah. Well, they're in Ocean County now
Yeah.
too. But I think that's what's like part of their charm is like
Yeah.
they're just like people come home to go to Rook. You know what I mean?
That's the other thing too. Going back to the paid followers, they have no paid followers. You can tell. They have like 50,000 followers, and they're all organic.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Those people love it.
They don't follow anybody either. It's like,
do they? I've never noticed.
It's like 50.3K followers and like 0 following.
No way.
And they'll post like a picture of coffee. Like they can be like this. I'll take a picture. Like this.
No, it kills me.
It's
I'm
like 1,500. I'm like, dude.
It's just like the cup. Like
Yeah.
I do that shot all the time.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Jesus. I need to get them on the podcast too. I don't know who the hell to talk to over there. Pretty sure it's a husband and wife duo that run it.
Yeah.
And they started in like 2012 maybe.
My neighbor is like somehow related to one of them.
Oh, get me hooked up.
I'll figure it out.
Get me hooked up. But, I mean, they are just. I mean, I walked in today. I got coffee beforehand, and I'm drinking coffee now. So I'm like all caffeinated.
Oh, God.
now. I'm like 500 milligrams of caffeine in.
Wow.
And they have like car scents that hang from the rearview mirror. It's like make your car smell like the beach, and I'm like, I'll spend $20 on that right now. Like,
Right?
It was like $3, but I'm like, I'll just take the whole rack. I just want them. But
I know. I love all their like their beanies and their shirt. Like everything is so nice.
yeah, and they have an app too, and the app
Yes.
is I don't know who made it.
So easy.
So easy to use.
Love it. And like I feel like I get free coffees easier because the app is so easy to
Yeah.
order on. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do it, whatever.
Yeah.
So when I leave Brick, I always order for Wall on the way home. So I just put it in the app and then I pick it up. It's like so easy. I just hop back on 35.
I don't. So my philosophy is that. So this is a good question for you, right? Would
Okay.
you, if you have 5 coffee shops that you love, would you rather use 5 different apps for each one, or one app for every single one?
I don't know, because you're probably not going to get rewards and stuff if you use like
The
one.
Yeah. But what if you did?
Some people use Joe. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Is it like a e-commerce sort of thing, and
It's
like
just
you
like
order ahead?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
list all the coffee shops that are on it, and you can order ahead. We were looking into it. I don't know why we didn't do it. Probably one more tablet we don't
Yeah.
need.
Yeah. You use DoorDash. What else do you use?
DoorDash, Grubhub, and then we have online ordering
You
on
have
our
a
website.
you have a tablet for each one. Why do they do that?
I don't know. It's
Just like
there's got to be some way to like streamline it.
Just download an app. Just buy an iPad.
We
download
literally,
an app.
so we have, I don't know if you noticed up there, I just bought it the other day on Amazon. It's like
Yeah.
a holder, and it's like, it holds like 3
Oh my god.
iPads. So we have DoorDash, Grubhub. We just started Grubhub, online ordering. Then we have an app for Yelp. It's like a wait list thing. So we're on a
Oh my
wait.
God.
And I think we have another, why do we have another iPad? Probably just a
What
backup
point of,
one.
What point of sale do you use Toast?
We use Micros.
Micros.
It's old.
You don't
It's
like it?
nothing fancy.
Yeah. You have a tablet for that too?
No, it's just a POS
Oh,
system.
Gotcha.
It's old school.
Dude,
But we like it. It works.
I don't understand how. I mean, like, businesses need those things to function, but like, they charge so much. It's not a lot of money, but it sums up to a lot of money.
That's
For
like we
everything.
bump all our prices up on
Yeah.
there for because just the fees like
Yeah.
but like it's like a double-edged sword because then it gets our name out there and like
Yeah.
and people don't see us more as like a takeout place, so then they see it on Grub. Oh, they do to go. Like, oh, okay.
Grubhub is like, oh, Grubhub loves restaurants. I'm like, they don't fucking care about restaurants. They don't give a fuck about restaurants.
Grubhub's not very popular around here. I feel like
It's,
in
it's
Middletown
DoorDash
it is.
or like Uber Eats.
We do a lot of Grubhub in Middletown, but
Really?
like Brick here, not really.
I wonder why that is.
I don't. Do you ever use Grubhub? Like I don't.
I use DoorDash.
Yeah, I'm a DoorDash
Yeah.
girl. Uber Eats we had for like a minute, but they were not great.
I don't think I've ever ordered from Uber Eats unless they give me like $30 to order something for free.
I actually use that at home.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Their customer service is not.
Did you see? So my girlfriend's at work the other day, and she's like, "Hey, Grubhub allowed us to
The lunch
use
thing.
$15 for free," and she picked it up, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I go on Twitter that night, and it's like, Grubhub offered $15 free lunch for anybody working in New York today. Here's what all the restaurants had going on at that point, because Grubhub didn't tell any of their customers that they're going to do it.
Yes.
And there's just receipts flying out of the Grubhub thing, and I'm like, dude, how do you do that to people?
So I was like, at first I was in Brick that day when
Yeah.
we were doing that. We don't normally get a lot of Grubhubs there, so I was noticing like I kept going off because it's really annoying. It goes, you have one Grubhub order, and this like really annoying voice. So I was like, this is weird. Like, why are we getting so many Grubhubs? And then I was on Twitter and I saw that, and I was like, but it said New York
It's only
City.
in New York, yeah.
But no, because I saw the promo code like on the tablet.
Oh man.
But I can see how that would like screw a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Because I was like, did I miss something? Like, did I not get an email? Like, I don't remember seeing this at all.
Was it on like a Tuesday?
Yes, it was Tuesday.
Of course.
Mhm.
They just picked like, let's pick the slowest business day from those customers.
Yeah. Which, again, good but bad.
Yeah. So how many? I mean, there was this one picture where there were like literally 500 receipts. I'm like, dude, how do you do that to people? I don't even know what kind of business it was. It might have been like, it was for lunch though, so it might have been like a, I don't know.
That's bad.
Anything.
That gives
at
me
that
like
point.
PTSD, like like any holiday here, and then like adding the online ordering to that. Oh my god.
You have like the receipts like all stick together in like one
Yep.
string. They just go underneath the floor. I used to work at Domino's when I was, it's probably like 4 years ago at this point. So it was every Friday, Saturday, obviously.
Oh, yeah, and
and
it's
like
big pizza
all
night.
of the pizza places in the town closed at like 9 or 10, and Domino's was open until like 1 o'clock. Right. And I would always pick up the night shift because that's when you made most of your money, and you would walk away with like, you know, 150 to 200 bucks a night in tips.
Wow.
Plus you're getting paid out for the mileage and, you know, the hourly salary because they're a corporation.
Yeah.
But you would go from like 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock and make like 50 bucks, and then from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock you would make like 120 bucks.
That's wild.
It's insane. I remember at one point, so I mean, we were just like chronically understaffed the entire time I worked there, which was good because I, first of all, wasn't making anything. I wasn't making any pizza. All I had to do was pick it up off the hot tray and just bring it into my car and deliver it to somebody.
Nice.
And we were in Keensburg, so it was like, you know, it was small, and you can drive 5 deliveries around in 10 minutes
Wow.
and make $5 for every delivery. But the receipts, it would be like, all right, 11 o'clock, all the receipts came out of the thing. We had to start sticking labels on the boxes, and like, you're like, dude, how does anybody?
The like
even-
printer sound just
yeah.
like triggers something. in me.
Yeah, it gives me PTSD. I haven't even been in that place since, and I'm just like, dude, I loved delivering pizza.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess
it's
delivering
just,
must be fun. You can
yeah.
just like go off on your own and
I'll
like.
listen to the Yankee games in my
Yeah.
car. I'm like, dude, this is like perfect. And you would make so much money. Like, if any college kids are listening to this podcast or watching any of the videos we chop up, deliver pizza.
Oh yeah.
Like, you will make a fuck ton of money.
Yeah. Especially late at night.
Fuck ton of money. It was the most amount of money I made in my life to that point.
Best job I ever had.
For sure.
I love it.
Yeah.
Really? That's so funny.
No one gets mad.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you get mad? I'm bringing you joy.
Yeah. And they're like, here's $5. I'm like, thank you. I just drove 3 minutes for $5. And you can, at a busy pizza spot, you can make like bank in a week.
Really? That's
so
one
much money.
like restaurant job I've never done.
Yeah.
I've never.
It's like bartending.
I've never
I think.
bartended either.
Yeah.
I always wish I did. I didn't do that.
Bartenders make a lot of money too.
Yeah.
I've never done, but I hear that it depends on where you are, obviously. But you know, if you're in like Asbury, like if you're at the beer garden in Asbury, oh my god.
One of our servers works there.
Jeez.
makes
That
a
place
lot
is
of money.
amazing.
Mhm.
They have the single best wings I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. I feel like they kind
So
of faded
good.
off a little. Like I feel like I don't hear much about
They
them.
are
I always forget.
the
To be honest.
bratwurst too, the pretzel and the beer cheese.
Yes, that's
like,
so good.
dude, oh
And
my
good
god.
beer selection too.
Oh, the best. They have local craft beer too.
Mhm.
They have Bradley Brew. They have Icarus. They have, I don't know if they have Carton. They might. They have Asbury, obviously, because they're there. But they have the German beers.
Mhm.
Oh man,
That grapefruit one, I can't remember the name of it. It starts with an S.
it's probably something I can't pronounce.
Yeah, it's like Schwarzenberger.
Schwarzenberger's. I'm like, dude, what? Can I just have this, whatever that is?
I've had it
I'm
at
like-
Epcot,
I'm
Germany.
like,
So.
oh, the Schwarzenberg. I'm like, sure, yeah, whatever it is. I don't know. There's this one where they have, what is it? They put a shot of something in the beer itself.
Oh God.
So it's like the beer itself is like 3.5%, but with the shot it goes up to like, I don't know, whatever the ratio is.
In that like giant
Again,
stein. too?
math. Yeah, it's like a liter. They're like,
God.
oh, do you want a half or a full? I'm like, what's a full? They're like, 32 ounces. I'm like, all right, I'm not good at math. Can you please tell me how much that is? I'm like, it's a liter. I'm like, a fucking liter of beer? Jesus.
Okay, but I always get the liter because like I'm lazy and I don't want to keep going
Yeah.
back up. But then my arm's like tired.
So
holding
heavy.
It.
Yeah. Jesus, it's like picking up like a 20-pound weight and just holding it there.
All of a sudden, I'm just like, I need a table.
Yeah, exactly. They have really good beer, obviously.
It's a
in
good
the
spot in
German
Asbury.
beers. Yeah, and you get the distillery right next to it.
I haven't been there
The
yet.
distillery has really good cocktails.
Yeah.
It's a bit pricey, but I think any distillery you go to now, whether it's in like Keyport, 3BR, or I think Muckalai is also a distillery.
Yes. Yep.
Cocktails now are like $15-$16 minimum,
Wow.
which sucks, but you can start feeling pretty
But it's
good
like
for
a treat.
$30. Yeah.
Yes,
And
that
you
too.
can just get beer for like, $6 pour, and you're like, all right, this is perfect.
I haven't been to a lot of distilleries. I went to this is like in Cape May, Naughty Spirits. That was really cool.
Is it like Nauti?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
The nautical. Yeah.
That was cool. I really liked that place.
Have you ever been to Cape May Brewing?
Yes, all the time. I love Cape May Brewery.
Their IPA.
Again,
You
good
get
marketing.
the
they do.
shandy,
Yes.
the
And
summer
it
shandy.
sneaks up on you.
Yeah, yeah, those
I
are
like
perfect.
The tan limes, that's my favorite.
Yes.
And
those-
the bog, that one's really good.
They're So I remember the first time I had their IPA. I was, first of all, not old enough to drink the IPA. I'll cut this out. But I had it on a kayak out in Delaware with a bunch of my family,
Risky.
and I just literally haven't ever drinking craft beer at that point. I was probably 20 years old, maybe. So we were in international waters. Yeah. In the Delaware River. But I had maybe like two.
And
And
knocked you on your
I
ass,
was
didn't
used to
it?
like, Miller Lite and,
Right.
and Bud Light. And I'm like, dude, this is like 6.5%, whatever it is. And it was good. Like I just haven't had, but you don't have craft beer. It's certainly an acquired taste, especially when
Yes.
you're younger. But their IPAs.
Cape May is a good like training wheels. I feel
Yeah.
like because a lot of them are fruity and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like they're good. Like the crush in it is 8%.
Oh my God.
I didn't know that, and I'm like drinking them. I'm like, why am I buzzed right now? And then I'm like, oh,
I'm only
oh.
halfway through my first beer. I get like that all the time, especially when I haven't eaten. I'll drink like if I have lunch, I don't have dinner yet, but I start drinking on like a Friday. With the craft beer, I'm just like, dude, this is like an 8%, and some of them are like 10, 11,
Yeah.
12%. I'm like, what am I doing right now? It's insane.
I literally only have like one or two, and then you're done.
Yeah, but craft beer, you've got. This is a question I want to ask every person that comes on the podcast.
Okay.
First craft beer, like if because you obviously like craft beer, right? If you had to pick for somebody who has never had one before,
Okay.
which one would you start them with?
Ooh. I honestly probably a Cape May.
Yeah.
I do love Cape May. It's a tough one. I'm like picturing my beer fridge right now. Like, what's in there?
Is there any? Can I speak to the manager that's in there?
Oh no!
Oh,
I just
man.
finished it, and like I feel like I should have finished it a while ago, but
Yeah.
I was like holding on to my last one.
Is it the one I gave you with the red stripe on it?
Yes.
Really? Oh man.
I know everyone keeps asking me for them, and I'm like, I don't have any
gone.
more. It's gone.
Gonzo.
Limited edition.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cape May.
A Cape May probably. I love tan limes. That's like my
That's
favorite.
like the perfect summer drink.
It
too.
is.
Yeah.
I also used to be like a huge Hell or High watermelon girl. I think I
Hold
started
on, who makes that?
21st Amendment, I think.
Oh, 21st Amendment?
Yeah. I think I drank a little too many of them, so now I'm like, I don't know.
Just
but
the smell of it, like,
that was like my experimenting into. I would say Hell or
Yeah.
High Watermelon. That was
Gotcha.
my like segue into craft beer.
So I have one at like the national scale. I think the best craft beer, I have two at the national level. So Sierra Nevada Pale Ale,
Oh, we're big pale ale people at my house.
the perfect craft beer. The other one would be the Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA.
I've had it.
So good. Locally, what do you think the best local craft beer to go to is?
And I'm not just saying this because we worked with Bradley. I do love the Bradley Summer.
Bradley Summer?
Yeah, I love that a lot.
I think the best summer drink that they have is probably Jersey.
Oh, I like
The
Jersey
lager.
too. It's like Bud Light. It's like you can have a couple of them.
You can buy a 4-pack. You can hang out at the pool, and you're
Yeah.
just like, this is like bliss right here.
And their seltzer was really good too. That they had at the brewery. It was like pink or something.
Pinky?
Yeah, pinky.
Pinky,
Yeah, that was good.
Bias aside, yes, I do. I wouldn't start somebody with Unicorn Girls because it's a hazy.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if a craft beer person is like, hey, I want to just try, or somebody who hasn't tried craft beer yet is like, I want to try craft beer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you would go with like a IPA or a lager or a pilsner. That point, if it's an IPA, I don't know. I like Cane.
I live very close to Kane. I live like
Yeah.
3 minutes from Kane.
Really?
I never go.
I've never been there before.
I went like once. I don't know.
Let's just go anywhere. It's like head high, head high, head high.
Yeah,
head
and I
high.
don't really
I'm
love
like,
head high.
Jesus, how do you guys get this everywhere?
I forget the one I like from Kane. But it's always head high. And every restaurant has head high.
Bias aside, Ross's Manasquan Wit, top notch.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah, so good. They have a Navasink IPA, which John told me was the first beer he ever brewed, ever
Ooh,
in his
really?
life. And I was like, dude, the first beer that I would ever try brewing, if I ever did try brewing, would be so shit. Like, I wouldn't even be able to drink it.
And he nailed it.
Yeah. He's like, it's not, granted, it's not the same version as it once was, like when he first
Right.
brewed it, but it's like an iteration of that recipe, and it's their flagship beer. I'm like, dude, you were born for this, weren't you?
Yeah.
Like, if I made a beer, I don't even.
Where is that brewery?
So they're gonna be in Port Monmouth.
Okay.
So if you
Like the tasting room and everything?
taste room's gonna be, they were gonna be in Red Bank, next to the movie theater where the firehouse is.
Yep.
On White Street.
Mhm.
And then something fell through with that, and then they moved to the Belford area where the ferry is, but across the water on the other side where the dock is and everything. You probably have never
Yep.
been there, but yeah, so the Red Bank location. I mean, their brand is all about being on the water in the boat,
Right.
fishing, and like Red Bank, it was a firehouse, right? And like Red Bank is on the Navasink, so it would have been kind of cool, but
They have Red Tank there too, though.
you have Red Tank, you have
Another one I like.
Triumph, yeah. But
Oh, yeah,
it would have
Triumph's
been
there.
it would have been basically like a craft beer town with there would have been 4 in there, I think. There was gonna be another one that opened. But anyway, their location now is literally like on the water, and there's
That's
a
nice.
dock there, so you can bring your boat in, tie up your boat to the dock,
Nice.
step 3 feet, and you're in the tasting room. Like that's their brand.
that worked out
right?
better for
That's their
them.
brand. I'm like same thing. I was like, dude, fate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big proponent of that, and I'm like, here you are.
Like when I go to a brewery, like I do like a nice location. Like I don't want to just like sit in a brewery. Like I want to be
Yeah.
like I don't know, like on the water or something
Yeah.
like that. Like
That's why, like, if I go out to eat now, I'm like, I want to sit outside.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been locked in my fucking basement for so long, just like working, and I'm just like, I gotta sit outside. So like, Proving Ground, One Willow, if you've ever been there in Highlands.
no, I know, but I gotta get out more. I gotta
Yeah.
get out of my bubble, my like Ocean Township
Yeah.
bubble.
You gotta go to craft beer fests.
I
That's
haven't
another
been to
thing.
any craft beer fests. No, I should start doing these things. I really don't
The
know.
one in AC is in a few weeks. I think it's like 2 weeks from tomorrow
Oh,
or today.
wait, I feel like I went to that once and like Dashboard Conventional played.
It's, I don't know where it is. It's in AC. It's probably in some
I think it's
strip
in
of land or whatever.
it's in one of the hotels that has a convention center.
Oh boy,
I think, pretty sure.
it's a disaster. Fucking disaster. There's one in Meadowlands tomorrow, in probably the parking lot for football at MetLife. There was one last week at where was that? Not the Sandbox. I don't even remember where I was. Where the fuck was I?
I've been to the one in Asbury a couple times. They do like a
Gotcha.
beer fest in like January. It's actually usually on my birthday,
Yeah.
so like I've gone to that. That's cool. A lot of local.
There's, I mean, we're there for reasons for business, but
Right.
I would just go there and just you pay like $35. You can taste every beer you
You
have
Uber
there.
there, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you can. Yeah. But when I show up with the camera, I can't be like stumbling around. Like,
Right.
"Hey, look at me. Like, dude, you're a disaster over here. Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, it
there's-
means you enjoy the product.
Yeah, of course. But the craft beer industry, honestly, like restaurants. I mean, anything in hospitality, really. Like, there's competition, yes, but for the most part, they are friendly with each other.
Yes, I know. When we did the Bradley Brew thing, they were telling me they worked with Last Wave, I think, or like borrowed product for them, like for something. I was like, that's so great.
Yeah.
Like that's not
they
like
do
a
collabs all the time. They're all in big circles. So like from our perspective, we can work with Bradley Brew. We're like, hey, how many friends do you have that would benefit from this? And they're like, pretty much everybody. Mm-hmm. We can get you in contact with everybody. And I'm like, perfect.
Right.
Now, if you go to like, what's a example to use? Like a real estate agent, they are just ready to cut and throw. Yeah, like how many friends do you know would be able to use this product? Like I don't want anybody fucking using this. This is mine.
Right.
Like we're in a completely different industry for the good part. So yeah, that's Sean. Did you meet with Sean on that initial call we had? It may have been Sean. It's a while ago.
Maybe.
But he calls it a knitting circle. Like they're all like knitting together.
That's cute.
Yeah.
We try to be friendly with other, we have a lot of competition out there.
Yeah.
We always try to be friendly with people.
Yeah.
Not everyone loves us though, but we try.
How many collabs have you done? Whether it's like.
We work with Chocolate Carousel sometimes. We get
That's in Bradley Beach?
No, it's right here in Wall.
Is it really? Like in this complex?
No, it's like behind us off Belmar Boulevard. We get some baked goods from them sometimes. Not so much anymore. But we used to a lot. Yeah. And if we need something for like a special, we'll go to them. Like we've got like hot chocolate bombs from them, some like fillings for French toast and stuff. And then obviously we did Bradley Brew projects. That's really it.
Do you do fundraisers for French toast every month, or is it just sometimes?
No, we haven't done it in a while.
When was the last one? Was that for the Ronald McDonald one?
When we did the Meemoms. Oh, what one was that? I think it probably around Christmas time. We did a Grinch.
What was the Grinch? What was the McMeemoms one?
That was it was French toast that was cooked in in the waffle maker, but it's stuffed with pork roll, egg, and cheese. It's amazing.
That's exactly my reaction.
It's so good, so good.
We should bring out like what's like the most popular one right now?
Like French toast?
Yeah.
The flight is really popular right now. Yeah, that's so it's just like a little tasting plate, and it's the churro, the strawberry, the YOLO, and the Elvis. And it's just like 2 pieces of each.
Oh man.
But like our specials do tend to do really well. Like we try to be a little creative with it.
Yeah.
Go wild.
What's the special right now?
It's just the flight
it's
at the moment.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is that every location?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
We're trying to take a little break. Like we'll do like just specials every couple months.
Yeah.
Taking a little break right now. Probably in the summer we'll kick back up with it.
So the most popular is the flight.
The Auberry is really popular. The one you had today.
It's so good. I was like, it's not like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like the other ones were like heavy. Like I couldn't eat a full plate of it. Like I could if I really tried. I mean, look at me. But for the Auberry, I was like, I can eat that whole thing.
That's
like,
super popular. That one.
Fucking dog. Jeez.
Our egg dishes are really popular too.
Yeah.
The
chorizo.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. We do like a lot of. Now that I think about it, we do like a lot of like Mexican stuff, like the Al Matador bowl, super popular. Quesadilla.
Is that chorizo in there too? Mm-hmm. Oh my god! I think that my girlfriend got that last time, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna switch with you because I've had this before, and you haven't had it, and you've had that before, and I haven't had it. So I was like, this.
You have to come to Meemom's and share. Like that's.
Yeah.
I always tell everyone.
No doubt. Yeah.
You can get one piece of French toast too. Little known fact. You don't have to get a whole thing. You can get one piece, so you can like share.
Or just get a flight.
Or get a flight.
Just do it that way. Look, I'm milking this iced coffee for everything that it's worth.
Like.
No, I would like, my heart would explode if I had another one. Honestly, this is like my second cup of iced coffee today. I'm probably like 400 milligrams deep of caffeine. I'm like on the cusp of going into cardiac arrest. Yeah, yeah, it's bad.
No, you level out. It's Friday, right? Level out with a beer later.
Oh yeah. But try not to drink as much beer. Although I get it for free, which is hard to like not drink it.
Are you a wine guy or not really?
I like red wine.
Me too.
Yeah, like Cabernet, Pinot.
I make my own wine.
Really?
Yeah. We do it at like a facility in Tinton Falls, like a bunch of us.
Where's that?
It's in Tinton Falls. I forget the name of the road, but it's next to the animal shelter. It's called Total Wine? No, that's the liquor store.
You can just go there and just
like you set it up. So like basically the first time you go, you they have all this wine. You like test the wine.
Yeah.
It's really fun. We all bring food, and you pick out the wine you want.
Jeez.
And then the next time you go, they ordered the grapes that you need to make the wine that you picked out.
Stomp on them?
You don't stop.
Oh.
You put them in like a hopper, and they're like,
Boo.
yeah, I know. And then the next time you do like the thing where you like squeeze it, and like all the.
How many? You just get one bottle, or how many bottles?
Oh
you get?
no, I get. It depends how many people we have.
Wholesale.
Like 4 I have like 4 cases right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Jeez.
Yeah, my friends do it like every year. I think we're gonna skip this next year because we have so much we're sitting on right now.
So wait, you taste test the one that you like, and you'd be like, hey, I want to make this
Yeah.
kind,
Mhm.
and then they call you back and like, hey, we have all the ingredients that you need, and you just make it and bring it home.
Yeah, I mean it's
That's
like a
smart.
year-long process. But
Really?
Yeah, because it's got to sit in the barrel.
Is
and,
it
like,
good?
age.
Like really
It's
good?
so strong.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's good though.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's super strong.
What kind of wine do you make?
We made like a super Tuscan blend. It's really good.
Is that red?
Yeah,
Jeez.
I only do red wine.
Yeah. I don't. If I saw white, I would be like,
I like white. Like day drinking, I'm a white gal.
yeah. Is that? See, like I don't even know. Like, what is sangria?
It could be red or white.
Again.
Sangria is just like wine with like fruit in it,
Gotcha.
basically.
That's what I thought it was. But I think most of the time it's white wine.
Depends. You could really have either.
Yeah, red wine. If I'm like trying to cut back on losing weight, I'm like, you know what, let me just have like, I'll have salmon. I'm a salmon junkie right now.
Really?
Doesn't look like I am, but I am a salmon junkie right now.
Air fryer?
I pan-sear it.
I'm a big air fryer girl.
Yeah, we have done it in the air fryer, but it's weird though because when you put fish in the air fryer, it doesn't stink. It doesn't stink up
I
the
honestly
house.
don't cook any fish at home really.
Yeah. The air fryer is a game changer though. You gotta go to Trader Joe's, get the hash browns, put them in the air fryer, get avocado.
I saw that on TikTok. I know.
Is it the lady who was
with the egg?
is it bussin' or not
Yeah.
bussin'? Yeah. I literally saved that video on my phone. I'm like, I'm doing this. This is crazy. Her video productions are like top notch.
It's insane.
I'm like, what's your budget for this video?
to make like
Jesus.
avocado toast.
The smartest thing I think I've ever seen is the Trader Joe's cookbook.
The what?
The Trader Joe's cookbook.
I don't know if I've seen that.
They have pretty much made recipes for all of their like.
They're like products.
So basically, that video with the avocado and the egg and the hash brown, they would make that a recipe, and they sell it for like I don't know $30, and they're like, here's all of our ingredients that you can buy in
Smart.
our store, and here's what you can make, and it's like perfect. And they have a Trader Joe's cookbook TikTok. Follow them. You should follow them.
Do you follow the girl that makes the signs for Trader Joe's?
I do not.
You know, like they have like all their signs are
Yeah.
like handmade. Like her job is literally to draw the signs.
Is
They
her
send-
handwriting like amazing?
Yeah, but it's like artsy. Like I don't know, it's like so cool. Just like really therapeutic.
Yeah.
Just like watch her
It's
like.
like calligraphy.
Yeah.
Those are like the oddly satisfying
Yeah.
videos that I like watching. It's like I'll be laying in bed like watching, I don't know, like any show, and my girlfriend's watching like on Snapchat watching like the oddly satisfying videos,
Yes.
and I'm like, dude, I don't know, you can get sucked into those videos for so long.
Oh my god.
And like the people like the DIY, like they're out in like the fucking jungle and they're building poles and shit. I'm like, dude, what is this? Who is recording this video right now?
But I need to watch more.
Yeah, I'm interested. Like, what's going on here? Like, and they'll build like a fucking hut in the middle of the. I'm like, I don't know what I would do with this information, but this is amazing.
I'm in like right now on TikTok. I think I'm in like home reno TikTok,
Yeah.
and but it's,
That's
like,
what you're doing right now, right?
right. So like I guess they're picked up on my algorithm.
Yeah.
But I'm like so satisfied.
Yeah,
like,
go on Instagram and see if it's there. It's like, no,
No.
it's not even close.
no. Some girl trying to sell me diet pills on
Oh
Instagram.
my god, Jesus. So wait, did you move into a new home?
No.
Or you're just renovating the one that you lived
Yeah, so we bought that house almost 7 years ago.
in? Oh jeez.
And we've done a lot to it,
Yeah.
but the kitchen was like the one thing that we just.
Yeah.
And we were gonna do it like pre-COVID, and then couldn't get any materials,
Yeah,
and the
of course.
materials were super expensive. Worked out, we saved more money.
Did you get like new cabinets and everything?
and
and new
like literally
countertop?
gutted the
No,
entire
cabinets
thing.
are fucking expensive.
Yeah,
Like insane.
I think ours were like 12 grand or something.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's fucking wood.
I know.
Like Jesus.
I know, but it added a lot of space we didn't
Yeah,
have.
for sure. That's why I'm like so afraid to ever buy a home. I'm like, oh yeah, it's this amount, but it's really
Oh yeah, it's
double
an
that.
investment. It's an
It's
investment.
really double that if you really think about like the changes you have to make.
We got so lucky though. Like we totally expect, because it's like the house was built in like '55, so it's an old house.
Yeah.
We were expecting like issues and like
Nothing?
nothing
Oh,
went wrong.
no.
Like nothing.
That's why I'm afraid to get an apartment too. Like, I'm like, oh, you know what? Like, $1,800 a month minimum, sure, but like, you have to get furniture. You gotta get
Yes.
a bed. You gotta get a bed frame.
Yes.
You gotta do everything. I'm like, this is gonna cost me a lot more money than $1,800 a month.
When I moved out after college, I
Yeah.
lived in a house in Belmar, which was so fun. But like, I had nothing. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I remember I picked a dresser off of like someone throwing it out. My
Yeah.
dad painted it for me.
That's how it should be done though. Like, it saves you a lot of money doing it that way.
Yeah.
But like for me, if my girlfriend doesn't move in with me, like it would literally just be me. I would buy a mattress and just throw it on the floor.
Such a boy thing.
Yeah, I just like sleep. I wouldn't even have like a fitted sheet on it. I would just have a comforter and
No.
just
No.
I don't care.
You don't care,
Like,
but she'll care
I
when
know,
she comes to visit
she'll
you.
kick me out. She'll be like, dude, you're a fucking disaster. I'm like, you're right, but I'm fine.
IKEA. That's where you gotta go.
True. Yeah, but you gotta build everything. And I'm like,
I know.
this
It's a
sucks.
bitch. These like old timey microphones.
I know, these are like, I feel like I'm in like Good Morning Vietnam. Just gotta hang it upside down too.
They hold them like this.
They actually do have like a clip, so if you were to like hold them, you could hold it by the cable. That's how they
Really?
drop down. When it's like, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's like the guy from who does the. Oh, what was that? It's like the boxing matches
Oh, let's
or
get
the
ready to
whatever. Yeah.
rumble.
What's his name? Fuck, I don't know what his name is. It's not. It's
I have no idea what his name is. So I just
something.
know that from John.
Are we rolling again? Lovely. Cool. So we got the flight of French toast coming out.
It's coming.
Cool. We'll do some B-roll of that too. I wanted to talk about one of the things that I struggle with, and clearly you don't because you are on the Peloton every single day. Finding the balance of, physical health, mental health, and like just fucking being at work every single day, all day, basically.
Right.
Because if you're a social media manager, like,
You don't really disconnect.
you really don't have time off, like,
No.
for real. Like,
You
there's
should,
nothing.
but you don't.
Yeah.
I know me. I
So-
was going to answer the message. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't, but I do.
It's like, oh, what are you doing on at 9 o'clock on a Saturday? Like, fucking working. What do you
Yeah.
mean? What am I doing? So, yeah. Were you always like that? Like, into, like, fitness?
I always wanted to be, like, I did CrossFit for, like, a couple of years,
Yeah.
and, like, I liked it, but I didn't love it. And I
Yeah.
would go on, like, waves, so I'd be, like, really good, and then,
Yeah.
like, go off of it and not be great. And then when COVID happened, my gym closed. And we were like, they did workouts at home, and I still just like wasn't
Yeah.
feeling it. And like I'd been saying, like, I really want a Peloton. I really want a Peloton. My husband bought me one, and I was like actually mad at him. I was like, you spent how much money on this?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, you said you wanted it. I'm like, I did, but I didn't think I'd actually get it.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I've just been really into it. It's just
Yeah.
like for me, I need like good music, like that, like really motivates me. So like any mood I'm in,
Yeah.
they have something for you.
Yeah. How long have you had that thing?
I got it
that thing.
a year, like a year.
You're still doing it like pretty much every day.
Yeah. This week, honestly, I haven't been as great this week, but
Yeah.
yeah, I do it like 5 days a week.
Jeez.
But I don't just ride. I do like a lot of strength training and
Yeah.
stuff too.
Is it just a bike, basically? Just
It's
a
a bike with a
stationary
screen and-
bike?
So, but like you can you don't have to have the Peloton bike to
Yeah.
do their rides, but it's a completely different ride
Yeah.
because like there's resistance and they'll tell you.
It
like,
syncs
where
with
to turn.
their thing, or
their
with
app.
the jeez.
Yeah, the new one, like I have the older bike, but the new bike, like if they say, all right, resistance,
Yeah.
whatever, it'll automatically turn your knob for
Yeah.
you. I don't really want that,
Jeez.
but
My God.
yeah.
How do you like diet wise? Like, we're getting into like health side of things. You fucking work here, get French toast like every day. Like, I walked in here and it was like Nutella and graham crackers, or it was strawberries and blueberries, or what was the other one we had?
What did we have? Oh, the
Just,
churro.
the churro. Yeah. I'm like, how do you like? If I
don't
worked here,
know.
they pushed me around in like a wheelchair or something. Like,
I know everyone says that to me. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I guess because I'm around it so often, it's
Yeah.
like not really like. Ooh.
You're not like itching for it.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I can have it at any
Yeah.
time.
How are you? Do you have like a favorite that you'll eat?
I
Sometimes?
like our lunch. Like I'm really into like our grilled cheeses, like
Yeah.
the ABC. Oh my god, I could eat that like every day. I love our lunch menu. I feel like it's like a hidden gem that no one really knows about. But
Yeah.
our lunch menu is.
You have like healthy options too, though, right?
Yeah, we have
like,
Fit Zone menu.
Yeah.
Multigrain French toast.
Yeah.
We have like a Popeye bowl, which is spinach.
You have. Is the chorizo healthy? No.
I mean, it's a cream
God
sauce.
damn it.
On bread with cheese.
No,
I don't know.
like, I'll feel better about eating the chorizo than I would with French toast, but it's like just as bad probably.
Yeah, less sugar.
Yeah, less sugar, true. But I mean, like, I don't know. It's crazy because, like, I mean, I get, free food and beer wherever
You
I
take
go.
advantage of it.
I take advantage of it, right? I mean, I'm still young. Where, like, I mean, if I was doing this, 10, 15 years from now, I'd be literally probably dead.
Yeah.
If I was eating and drinking the way I do now.
Well, I actually lost 25 pounds.
Jesus.
When I was working at said taco place, I was really depressed, honestly, and like
Yeah.
not happy. And I was just eating my feelings, like,
Yeah.
because they had endless just chips, chips and guac, like all day long.
Jeez.
And I really put on a lot of weight. And
Yeah.
then I realized I put on a lot of weight, and I lost 25 pounds. So I've been trying to be like just good and like keep it
Just
off.
after you left there? Like,
Yeah.
were you working out or are you just
I did Weight Watchers
Weight
actually.
Watchers? Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't start working out till like I got the Peloton.
Wow.
I mean, I did CrossFit, but
Yeah.
I wasn't consistent with it.
With working out, though, I actually had this conversation with one of my friends the other day. And I was like, take it from me. Like, look at me. I don't fucking work out every day. But I'm like, when you work out, consistently, it feeds into your diet, and like you want to eat healthier when you're like that, and when you're eating healthier, you're like, I'm already doing this, I might as well work
Yes.
out. But it's different, when you're like you can't out train a bad diet.
No, and I always tell that to everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you can eat that. Like, you
No.
ride Peloton for it. I was like,
Yeah.
no. It doesn't work like
You
that.
can work out every single day, and if you're eating like shit,
Right.
you're not going to see anything.
Especially after you turn 30. It's just
Yeah,
downhill.
I don't want to. Yeah, I've heard it goes downhill when you're 21, and everyone's like, oh, it goes down even further downhill when you're 30. I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want to grow up.
30s are rough for me.
But social media. Like that was one of the things that I didn't realize when I first started. Like it's a full-time job, and then it's also like overtime.
Yeah.
Like all the time you're gonna be doing this.
Like, even like when I'm on vacation, I'm still working.
Yeah, and I'm like
I always say,
sketching.
like,
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'll go to the pool, and I'm like, I'm going to my office, and I'll like do
Yeah.
work from there. And everyone's like, just stop. I'm like, no, like, I don't know. I don't want to
You
like
can't.
break the
Yeah.
algorithm. Right?
Exactly. But it's tough because when you're like that and you're basically in an office all day and you're like, I have a standing desk and I still fucking sit at my desk. Like I just lower it. I'm like, I'm gonna sit here. Like I'll stand up once in a while, but I think once I started, doing the social media stuff, and I obviously work from home full time too. Health just like went
Yeah.
downhill.
Yeah.
Especially with the clientele I work with. But
Yeah.
like what's your balance in terms of, you're not at a computer all day, are you?
No,
You're
I'm
just-
here. Like, I'm in the
yeah.
restaurants.
Yeah.
For me, like working out, like Peloton works for me. Like I think like everyone has to find whatever
Yeah.
like they're passionate about with like working out. For me, that's what I like, and that's the first thing I do in the morning. So I
Yeah.
set my alarm, I get up early, and I do that. And it just like sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to do
course.
this, but like
Yeah.
really sets the tone for the
Yeah.
day. Like after I've done it, I'm like, all right, I'm glad I did this.
You do it like fasted too, like you don't eat anything, you just go straight into it.
I do like pre-workout, but yeah.
Pre-workout?
Yeah.
Like caffeine pre-workout,
Mm-hmm.
or oh man,
I need
on an
it.
empty stomach?
Yeah.
What kind of pre-workout is it?
I switched between Alani Nu, which is like a
Oh,
girls
it's like the
one.
cans.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, those are.
And then what's the one I'm using now? It's like I forget. It's out on Amazon. I do like it, whatever one I'm
Yeah.
using now, but
When I was in college, we used to. So my brother, I think he still fucking does this. He's insane. I'm surprised his heart hasn't exploded. But like the scoops of the powder, the pre-workout,
Yeah.
like you can put it in water and shake up the water bottle and drink it. He would literally, and I used to do this too, like scoop
Dry
it,
scoop.
dry scoop, and then drink water and like shake your head around and like basically.
Why?
I don't
put it in the
know.
shaker.
I don't know. Like we were just, we were basically. Not using our heads, not using our brains. But that's how it goes.
Yeah, I need the pre-workout to make me, I don't know, maybe it's in my head, but it, like, makes me focus.
Yeah, I used to, and then I realized, like, I mean, I don't think Alani is, like, bad for it. It's just caffeine, right? But the powder
it's like having
ones.
a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah. If it was the powder, though, I'd be like, you know, I'm really skeptical of the powders now. I'll be like,
Well, the Alani I use the powder one.
gosh.
Yeah.
They have cans, too, though, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I think there's a few cans in the top of my fridge. But what I've found is, like, if I can start sweating before I lift, like, I don't know, Peloton's not lifting, it's just, you know, cardio, but some strength training too. Like, if you can start sweating before you lift, you have a much better workout. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So I used to do pre-workout, and I would just go right into lifting. That was when I was, like, 18, 20 years old. Now, it sounds like I'm saying that such a long time ago. It was, like, 4 years ago. So, but, yeah, it's a lot different. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest things that I mean, I've probably struggled with, and a lot of people struggle with, is, like, you know, you get a full-time job, especially now with the way the world works, and we're all working from home and sitting down all day, like, just got fat.
But it, like, breaks up the day for me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I love it. I do. I really, really enjoy it. It really just, like, mentally, I love it a lot.
How do you, I mean, you've been doing it for a year. I feel like most people, you know, either buy a treadmill or elliptical,
give up.
and they just fucking do it for a week, and you're like, oh, there
Well,
it is, just sitting there.
Well, for me, it was like when I first, so I went from CrossFit to doing Peloton. So, like,
Yeah.
I thought I was in, like, really great shape, but, like, riding is completely different.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this at first, but, like, then I was like, this is an investment. Like, this is a lot of money that,
Yeah.
you know, we just put in. I gotta use this. So that's,
Yeah.
like, always in the back of my head. It's like, you can't give up on this.
Can
Like,
you pay for it in full, and then you can also do, like, monthly payments
you can do
too?
payments,
Is there
too.
like an app fee that they charge for
no,
like?
I don't think so.
It's just incorporated
Yeah.
with that thing. I might get one. I don't know, like, this is like a Peloton.
I know.
like promo
I
video.
know, I'm like the Peloton girl. So funny.
There's but how many like different types of rides are there? Are there just
Literally,
like
they come out
casual?
with, there's probably, they released like 5 to 10 a day.
Do they do live too?
Yeah.
Is that the one you do?
Sometimes I do live on the weekends. Usually it's
That'd
like
be
when I'm at
cool.
work, so I don't really,
Yeah.
or it's like really early in the morning.
Live ones would be cool, even if it's just like a placebo live thing. If they just put the live icon on the top left, I'd be like, yeah, I'm into this right now.
Well,
like,
the
it's all
lives
live.
are exciting because
Yeah.
they'll call people out. It's like
Oh,
you're like
jeez.
listening, like you want them to call your name out.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's genius.
so
Why
dorky.
hasn't anyone? Yeah, like
It's
where?
such a cult, but I love it.
Where has this been like for the past 15 years?
I never thought I would be like an at-home workout girl.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of people like made gyms when when
Yeah, mine's in
COVID
my
hit.
office.
Yeah, we have like, so the firehouse actually down the street from us had a weight room in the firehouse. They got rid of all the equipment during
Oh,
COVID.
nice.
Got it for free.
Wow.
Like weights and everything. When you know you could go on Facebook Marketplace and see a weight rack
Yes.
for like $10,000. I'm like, yeah, you guys are nuts. Now you can go into Target and get weights, but back then it was like, you know, really hard to come by, and all the
Yes.
gyms were closed. So we got lucky. We lucked out and we had weights. But I know, still going back to the Peloton thing. Like if I bought a Peloton, I'd probably use it for a week, and then it would be just sitting there for
I
a
don't
while.
know. I'm telling you, you get like, and then like follow like for me, like I follow the instructors on social media,
Yeah.
and I feel like I know them, and
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It's just a community.
Yeah.
Like it should be a community. I feel like the people you surround yourself with are just like the ones that you kind of mimic.
right.
And when you see them everywhere, like if I saw somebody that was like, you know, shredded basically, I'd be like, I want to be with that person because they'll hold me accountable,
Right.
basically. Right? And you don't really have that when you're alone
here
all
comes our
day
flight.
working. Oh
Hello.
man,
You're good.
you can drop it anywhere.
Thank you.
Oh
Wow.
man.
So beautiful. Thank you.
Wow. All right, so churro.
Churro, YOLO. So you obviously love Oreos.
Yes.
Awberry and the Elvis. And then these are
Jeez.
like the fillings that go with it. So peanut butter goes with the Elvis. What is this one? This is the vanilla mascarpone. Goes with the YOLO. And this is the cream cheese glaze. It goes with the churro.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm more of like a savory girl here. I like our savory stuff.
God. So how do you come up with these recipes? Like, how does the team come up with them?
Cameron is, he's very creative. Honestly, he goes with things he likes. And
Yeah.
kind of, He's always like testing. So like he'll make like one thing. He's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "Oh, what if you had this or that?" And he always asks all of our
So you're the
opinions.
taste tester too?
Yeah, all the time.
I mean, I'll come taste test for
Okay.
you guys if you want. I'll give you my honest opinion. For free. I do it for free.
He's very creative. He loves doing this stuff.
So we've got churro,
YOLO.
Awberry,
That's the one you loved.
Elvis, bacon and bananas.
Yeah, and honey and peanut butter.
Oh my god.
I like that one. I think that was probably my favorite. I also like the Dark Knight. That one's good. It's like Nutella and fluff, and it has Oreos on it.
It's like just.
That's my problem. Is I eat all the toppings. So like they're just everywhere. Go to the back, steal an Oreo. And then like right now they're running a special for Reese's coffee.
Oh my god.
So they're just peanut butter cups up front. Like, come on, guys.
Which one is this?
Yes, that's the vanilla mascarpone. That one goes out. Actually goes with, like both of them.
There was a brewery that released I don't know if you saw this on my story the other day. It was a 4-pack of beer named after serial killers. I'm going to read the caption. I'm going to show you. Because it's that bad. The Bundy Bundle.
It's a great name.
All right, let's read this. So there's one for Jeffrey Dahmer. There's one for, let's see, Kemper, Gacy, and Ramirez. The Dahmer one is an American-style Pilsner. The Kemper one is a hazy triple IPA. Gacy is a Russian Imperial Stout, and the Ramirez is a Russian Imperial Stout variant. Wait for the caption. Here we go.
I'm nervous.
Don't be coy. You know you love serial killers as much as we do. The Murder Box Mixed Variety 4-pack
my God.
is a variety box featuring our 4 favorite serial killers.
So they don't have like marketing, clearly. Like they don't have.
I'm really concerned about the fact that started from an idea and worked its way up the
That's like
ladder
no
of
one-
management and got approved to
no
go
one
out.
was
They were
like,
like,
"Hey,
let's go, let's do this.
this might
is
not
perfect.
be a great idea."
Like, maybe I'm overreacting, but like that's just not a
It's
good
little
look.
inappropriate. Highly inappropriate.
But as sus as it is the range right now. So there is probably a second out there who's like, that sounds cool.
Somebody commented, next do a series of their victims. Maybe it can be a collab with Brewdog.
Oh my God.
Yo, that's bad. Now that's what I call Yikes Volume 4. Somebody said, who's next? Kyle Rittenhouse? Yikes, no bueno to give cold-blooded human killers any publicity, and no, I'm not a fan, not sure why you or anyone would be. Yeah, I mean, that's just like, someone
Wow.
said, damn, this one takes the cake for weird ways I've seen beer marketed. Did no one on the committee think this was a bad idea? True. They deleted the Facebook post. It's on Instagram still. It's just
Wow.
such a weird, edgy way to like.
You're not cool.
It's just.
I feel like I get the concept, like cool, like crime is like hot right now, I guess you could say, but
Yeah.
like podcasts and shows, but like there's definitely a better way to go about that. Not naming after serial killers, like.
Yeah, that's a bit much. Whereas like you could have like a massive empire or something.
Right,
Yeah.
like yeah,
That doesn't talk about
homicide. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't talk about a specific.
I'm
also
really
should link,
like.
Halloween. I feel like.
My threshold for like saying shit about that is like super high. Like, I don't get involved in anything like that at all. But like that one is just fucking weird. Like it's just so weird. Like I don't know what their brewery like brand is or like what their like idea behind their story is. Like
Right.
it might have to do with that, but like
Yeah, but just think about like the poor like victims, like families. Are like, really, you're praising these people with a beer? Like, I don't know. That's
yeah,
weird.
I don't understand it. It's like just for somebody who has never heard of their brewery and just seeing that.
Right.
And like just seeing the caption is like, oh, we love serial killers. Like, all right, brother, you guys have fun with
Why
that.
not? If you love serial killers, why not go the serial route? Like a pun, like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. It could be
flavor.
their branding. I need to like check that out more. Although like I'm not like gonna give them the benefit of the doubt right off the bat, but I'm gonna do my research. And if it has nothing to do with their brand, I'll be like, listen, I'm gonna go after you.
I
That's
still don't.
so weird.
It's weird. It's
Yeah.
weird.
It's a weird caption. And then the fact that they deleted the Facebook post that it went on, like, that should say something like maybe they have remorse about it. I don't know.
I wonder if it got pulled from stores.
It's just a weird thing to promote. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah. How did that get out there?
like there's this one trend. I forget. Was that the Dahmer documentary? Was it on like Netflix or something?
Maybe.
Or yeah, there was something like that. And then people were basically like, "Oh, he's this handsome guy, he's so charismatic," and they had like an infatuation with him. And, like, it's a weird group of people on Twitter and Instagram. They were like, "Oh, he's such, this great-looking guy. I wish if he was still alive, or if he even still is alive, like, I would want to marry him." I'm like, "Yeah, you guys are fucking weird, man.
Okay.
It's a serial killer. Like, what are you guys talking about?" Like, it could be the other thing. The other side of it is like, I feel like today's generation, like, anything that's remotely, like, disturbing or violent or sad or upsetting, like, people just turn it into, like, a comedy thing. Like, they just try to,
Make it a meme or something.
yeah, make it a meme or what's comedic relief is like just keeps you
Yeah.
off the edge a little bit. Which some things, it could be applied to, but things like, fucking mass
You should
murders.
probably know better than that.
Yeah, especially if you're a business.
What's the name of that brewery? I'm gonna look it up.
Let's see.
Just curious. Like,
Adroit Theory Brewing, and they have 24,000 followers. They're in Virginia. Pushing beer boundaries in Loudoun County. Consume life, drink art, drink and destroy. It's just really weird. I mean, a lot of their beers do seem to have like that gory look to it.
right. Consume life, drink art, drink and destroy.
Whitefall Shadow Black IPA. I mean, their pictures aren't great. They have like really like the pictures like that, and then there's also pictures like that.
Inconsistent.
Like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, they look like they're
it
all
does look
about
like
the.
very dark.
Yeah, it does. So maybe I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
I guess it fits their.
Just
theming.
weird. Just, I mean, this guy, yeah, he's like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm very confused. I might have to send them a message, be like, "What's the message we're going here for, guys?"
See what their merch is.
Yeah. I'm curious.
Consume life, drink art. What does that even mean? Interesting.
Would you buy those beers if you saw them?
Honestly, for the novelty of it,
Yeah.
but only if it was called
The Bundy Bundle.
They really missed out on that. They really did.
Like, that's the only thing I've done.
Yeah.
Everything else, yeah, obviously don't do that. But like, kind of
The Bundy Bundle. Yeah.
call it the Bundy Bundle.
Like, come on.
You should write to them and be like, "Come on."
Come on, step it up.
Listen, it's like, I'm mad at you for making these beers. You had every opportunity to name them something different. Next time you want to do serial killer beers, just message me. I'll give you some names, and we'll go from there. Yeah, something like that.
Or maybe just don't do it again.
Or that too. Yeah. But this is so like. There's been a lot of things as I eat more French toast over here.
Go for it.
Dude, this is so good. Like, this controversial marketing is also. I'm trying to think the most recent one.
I'm trying to think of something I posted that some people did not like. What was that? I'm gonna go back on our Instagram.
You've had that happen?
Yeah, sometimes, but like.
What could be so bad about
Right.
French toast?
It's like.
You have to try to get offended by it.
I try to hit on pop culture, like when it's something I
Yeah.
can relate to. I forget. What was? Oh, it was the Will Smith thing.
I was gonna say that.
Some people did not. I posted a meme, and some people did not like that.
I mean, it's got 502 likes.
Yeah.
What were people saying about it?
So my meme said, like, so you're Will Smith, and then it's the
Yeah.
other guy. Who was it? Chris
Rock.
Chris Brown. Black. What was his name? Chris Black. Please take that out.
Chris Rock. That's probably why they were offended.
Your friend that always says Taylor Ham instead of Pork Roll.
Really? That's what you posted?
Yeah.
And they got mad about it?
Did I delete it? Maybe I deleted bad comments. Let me see. Yeah, I think I deleted. People were like, I don't think this is a laughing matter. I'm like, okay, like, it's not that serious. You guys have a fight. Like, I deleted a lot of comments.
It wasn't
off
even
that.
a fight. They just literally, Will Smith hit him and didn't just walked away.
And it was on live TV. Why?
Yeah. Maybe you should get mad at like CBS for airing that, and maybe you should have covered your eyes when you saw the replay. Jeez.
Then I think, I posted. Remember when the CDC recommends like Twitter thing was like really popular?
Yeah.
I posted just in the CDC recommends eating Meemoms with your bestie on a weekly basis, and people are like, CDC and mask requirements aren't like a joke. I'm like, oh my god, come on, people, lighten up. Yeah, literally
Right?
a joke.
Like, Jesus, man. That's why it's so hard for me. Like, you're part of their team for Meemoms. Like, I'm acting on behalf of another business. Like, I don't go anywhere near that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
If I think
Show me
it's
the beer.
edgy, I will ask first, but
the only thing I've done close to like pop culture is the milk crate challenge.
oh yeah, I remember that. Yep.
I like.
Actually, I learned that from you. I didn't know about it until I saw it.
I'm so behind on like new trends come from TikTok. I'm barely on TikTok. I just don't. I can't.
So it's funny, like I'm 35, and my friends are like, "Wow, you're like really into TikTok." I'm like, "That's like my job. Like
Yeah.
I kind of like I need to be on top of like what's happening and be like relatable."
Yeah, I've had conversations with like business owners that aren't on TikTok, and they're like, I don't want to be on TikTok. I don't want to start dancing because I'm like a 60-year-old man. I'm like,
literally
true.
what everyone thinks. I'm like, I don't have one dancing video on TikTok.
You don't have to dance to sell your your pizza. Like,
But even just like I'll use like a TikTok like sound as a caption,
Yeah.
and people go nuts for it.
Yes.
Like so you just have to like keep on pop culture.
there's this so actually it's in my drafts. I don't want to post it, but I think it's cringy. I'll probably get made fun of for it. But Kendrick Lamar just put out an album. One of the songs starts with like, it was one of the worst performances I've seen in my life.
Okay.
And I made something. It was literally just like, I'll show it to you. And I was like this, like just in the video, like with my head down. It's like when you post a reel and it gets 0 likes. And
You should post that.
I can't. I
Why?
can't bring myself to do it. Like it
People want to see you vulnerable.
it just hurts to watch it.
I love that.
I might just post it right now.
Post it right now. Right now. I'll share it. Post it.
When it's
Peer pressure.
Friday, it might not be a pretty good meme, but we'll see. I cry every time.
It is pretty disappointing when you think something's gonna be like bomb and it like
Yeah.
bombs.
Like, honestly, I'll just grab hashtags from my notes, like craft beer hashtags.
That's what I do.
I don't even know. I have like so many different things in the notes section. Like, I'm a psychopath. Like, it's so funny because like, I don't know if it's a few things that pop in my head, right? If I'm parked like super close next to somebody in a parking lot, I'm like, listen, if I go into this store right now and I come back out and there's a scratch on my car, I fucking know it's this person that's parked next to me. So I write down their license plate
Oh
number.
my god.
Yeah, I'm a psychopath. I'm like, I'm gonna go after you. Like, I know it's you who did it if you were parked that close to me.
Nope.
So
can't
I
say
do that.
My notes
Yeah.
are pretty boring. I
So I do that, and then
I have meal prep ideas.
meal prep ideas. I usually just save TikTok videos. Have you ever like driven past a place like every single day of your life, and you just drive past one day and you're like, I've never been in that building.
Yes.
I drive past it every single day. If somebody just went in there, took a picture of it, came up to me randomly, said, "Which building is this?" I have no idea. Like, I've lived here for 24 years. I've never been in that building. It's so weird, and I drive past it every day.
What building?
It was a florist.
Okay.
And there's even still buildings I drive past every day. Like there's this deli that I go past on my way to get coffee. I've never been in there. I've lived in the same town for 24 years. And the florist that I went to, it was just like such a weird experience. It's like, wow, I'm actually in here right now. It's just like, it sounds so weird when I'm saying it out loud. Like,
it's not what you pictured.
It's not what it's just like, yeah, it's just weird that I've never stepped foot in this building.
That's like I passed on 35 in Ocean. There's this candy shop, and it's like super old school. Like it looks like it's not been updated since like 1970. I'm like, is this a front for something? Like, are candy shops are like still a thing? Like, it's called the Caramel Shop, I think. But I've never been in it, but I pass it all the time. It's very intriguing.
There's so many places like that where you're just like, there's a sign on the door. It says it's a deli. I never see anybody going in there.
Like the mattress firms. You ever read about that?
Mattress firm?
How they're like supposed to be like not mattress firms.
Oof. There's it's called Sausage King. It's such a weird fucking name in Keensburg. I'm like, there's no doubt that's the mob in there. There is no doubt. I never see anybody going in, coming out, like, and they're open. Like you can go in there and be like, hey, like I want this. No.
Right.
I've never been in there. I don't see anybody coming in or out. I'm like, dude, this is so weird.
They have social media?
No, of course not.
That's the first thing I do. I'm like, what are they doing?
There's no way. Or they just call, like, you know it's a cover-up when, like, the business name is, like, literal. Like, it's not like, you know, squeaky clean for a laundromat. It's just called laundromat.
Yeah.
Like,
no thought.
All right, what's going on in there? Something going on. What was that movie with? Was it Meryl Streep? Wasn't it called Laundromat? Laundry? What the fuck was it called?
I don't know.
It was about money laundering.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was literally a laundromat. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, all the like gas station. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Your gas station is called gas station. Like, come on. Like, what's going on in there? Like, there's so many places like that, and from like where I live at least. Cause maybe
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I can't really think of anything.
There's this guy on TikTok, Tweak Season.
I've never seen him.
I think he's got something wrong with him. He's like he's got like dissociative disorder. Where, I mean, he might not. He might be just completely normal, just doing it as a front. But he basically looks for things, and he thinks he's in a simulation. And he's like, "Yo, this place is called a laundromat. What are they doing in there?" Like the same thing. That's where I kind of got it from. I'm like, he's right. He's got a point.
It's really got me thinking.
He's got a point. It's like a philosophical TikTok experiment.
That's funny.
Like it's true. Yeah, it's just like I don't even know how we got to this conversation. How do we get here?
This always happens to me. Like I feel like I'm like, how did I just get to this conversation? Went from like Peloton
to fake laundromat and gas station businesses. Oh, what are we talking about? Oh, driving past the place every day.
Oh, right.
Not going in there. There's places like that. Yeah, maybe I'm the only weird person.
What's like a major place that like you've never been to, like a chain or something that you've never? Because we were talking about this yesterday, and I have one that's gonna probably surprise you.
Like a
local,
restaurant,
like anything, like store, restaurant. Mine's a restaurant.
I've never been to DJ's in Belmont.
Really?
Never.
That's probably not
I've never been to Beat
honest.
the Clock. Yeah, I have no desire to go. Like, I've never been to DJ's. I've never been to Beat the Clock at
Really?
Yeah.
Beat the Clock's fun.
Never.
Actually, we had a Meemom's happy hour on Wednesday at Bar A. It was fun.
Is that they're still doing Beat the Clock right now?
Yeah, they do it all year. But Wednesday's country happy hour.
Oh God, I will not be there. I'm like the least.
It was fun.
Desirable country music listener. Why? What's your place?
Chipotle.
You've never been to Chipotle?
Yeah, isn't that wild? I know.
What?
I know. I don't know. Just never
God.
Never thought about it. I feel like they like.
It's like.
Well, I worked at a taco place for a long time. I wasn't really getting that stuff, and then I feel like they started coming up like around here. There's one at the Monmouth Mall, but like it's never consistently open. It's really weird.
Have you been to Shake Shack?
Not that one, but I've been to. Okay. I think I went to like Florida or something.
Chipotle's a weird one. Shake Shack?
Yeah.
Shake Shack's a bomb.
I feel like I don't hear people talking about it.
So good, because they talk about Five Guys. Five Guys is better than Shake Shack.
I love Five Guys. makes you feel sick after.
True.
Like not throw up sick, like
yeah,
like
it's
full
just
sick.
like, wow, I feel like absolute garbage after eating that, but it was fucking worth it.
I got crumble today,
Yeah.
and there's 5 Guys right next to crumble. Like, wow, this is like a killer plaza.
Yeah, you're gonna like, you come in here for 4 hours, you're gonna walk out, you're gonna be dead.
Right.
It's gonna be bad.
Have you had crumble yet?
I have not.
Well, I'm gonna have to give you a piece of cookie.
Ugh,
It's
jeez.
good.
Where else have I not been that's like popular? Food-wise, I don't really think anywhere because I obviously go everywhere for experimentation purposes. Experimentation. I mean, like breweries. I the only like actual breweries I've been to are like Bradley Brew, 902 Brewing. Like really not many.
Have you done like the Cape May brewery? Like, there's so many breweries down there.
No, my girlfriend just went there last weekend, but she didn't go. It was shitty out last weekend.
Yeah.
But I want to go.
I did. I was a maid of honor at a wedding. My friend's like,
Yeah.
she's into beer, so I was like, she's not like a big party girl. So I was like, why don't we do a brewery tour? So I got a limo, and there's like literally like 15 breweries like in like this really small area in
Really?
Cape May. So I picked like 5 of them, and we went.
Oh,
and it was
man.
really cool. There's a lot down there. There's one that's what the frick is it called? It's in an old firehouse, and the guys that own it are FDNY. They're 9/11 and
Really?
stuff. Really, and they'll talk to you about it. It's really cool.
Wow.
Bucket Brigade, that's what it's called.
Bucket what?
Bucket Brigade.
Bucket. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Is it like a really small one?
It's super small, yeah.
It's like they don't even do any like distribution or anything.
No, I don't think so.
That's living the life, honestly. Just like brewing beer and just having people coming in and drinking and
Yeah,
talking to
and
people.
it's like in a firehouse.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it's a fire. Maybe it's like an old garage, but it has like one of those like big like firehouse doors that they open up when it's nice out. And then it's all like memorabilia on the wall. It's really
That's sweet.
interesting.
Yeah.
No, it's a Slack Tide, I think.
Slack Tide. I've heard of Slack Tide.
That was like in a strip mall.
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty funny. Do you know you have to like do the tour? Like when you
Yeah.
go?
Yeah.
Literally, you walk into like it was like the like you go into the back and they with all like I don't know what you call it where they put all like the tanks I guess, and it was just like a video playing on repeat of like how they make the beer.
You
And
can
they're
do
like,
something as simple as like literally painting the brewing process
Yeah.
on the wall and be like, that's the
I
first
love
step.
that.
That's the last step. And that's the tour.
I
Yeah.
think that's my favorite thing about breweries is like how they just bend the rules for that.
course.
It's like it's fine.
Yeah. Like the brewery laws in New Jersey are just so stupid. I said this in the last podcast too. Like it's just so hard to open a brewery in New Jersey.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like out of the 50 states, we're the second hardest to open a brewery in.
Why?
Just the regulation, the legislature just doesn't want, for whatever reason. Like even food. Like if you go into a brewery here, you can't get food.
You can bring it
it's
in.
prepackaged, sealed, or you bring it in and order it.
What
For
if they
whatever
had
reason.
like a food handler's license? Would that change anything?
You can't get one.
Really?
If you're a brewery, the only way that
Oh,
you
because
can...
you're a bar technically?
You're a bar technically. The only way that you can do it is if you have a brew pub license with like an alternate ending sort of thing.
Okay.
And at that point, if you want to distribute your beer, if you have a brew pub license, you can't. Unless you have a third-party distributor, which basically takes all the money that you would have made off
Yeah.
the distribution, but you would do that in like a branding aspect, right? So like it's
Dumb.
kind of like a build. Yeah, I don't really know. But I was talking to John from Ross Brewing, and Ming too, actually. He was like, yeah, I was just in, X state in the country. It was like Louisiana or something. And, they had this comic book shop. And they were brewing beer in the comic book shop. And they basically said, hey, let's just apply for an alcohol license and then maybe we can sell the beer. And they did. They brew beer in the comic book shop and they sell it to people that come in.
Okay.
Good luck doing that in New Jersey. And it was like $400 to do it. And, there's breweries that have been in progress for opening, like Ross, for like literally 4 or 5 years at this point, and they're still not open.
Yeah.
So they're just waiting on the state. It's like, do you not want us to have a good time? Like, just, like, what's the big deal? Like,
I
for
thought
real.
maybe things might loosen up because, like, with COVID, they allowed you to, like, get the to-go drinks and
Yeah.
everything. Is that still a thing? I don't even know.
I think they actually just voted on that. I don't know what the ruling was, but that was probably a few months ago. To go, and then so breweries aren't actually allowed to deliver
Oh, really?
in New Jersey, but they made the exception for COVID. And I think they maybe kept that. but it had to be done in-house, like proprietary, right? So you couldn't have like DoorDash or Grubhub
Right.
come and pick up the beer. You had to do it like buy a van, fill it up, and go deliver around the state,
Right.
which a lot of people started doing during COVID, and it kind of just stuck around. And I think the state was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, let's just keep doing that way. But you can't like ship beer out of New Jersey. It's so like I don't understand like what the big deal is about it. It's basically like we're still in prohibition here.
I mean,
It's crazy.
it's like right now, like they just changed the whole like no bag thing. That has been
Oh my
such a nightmare.
God.
Trying to figure out the logistics for that is like, oh my god. I get the point, I understand, but like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like the containers and stuff. We had to change all of our
So
containers.
bad.
Then they're all sold out because everyone's using them, and then trying to find the right paper bag to fit in. They all leak, and
How
the
does
drivers
it
get
work
mad.
with DoorDash? Yeah. How does it?
So we put it in like a paper bag, basically like a big like lunch bag
Yeah.
essentially. But like the containers themselves, so we used to use styrofoam, which is not great. But
Yeah.
so we switched this like biodegradable one now, and they leak horribly. Like even we put like wax paper down,
Boy.
and then the drivers get mad. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. You should go to like so the breweries use those cardboard boxes,
Like the
like the
Foley
handle
ones.
ones. Yeah, maybe use that. I know a lot of pizza places use those too for.
So much like everything's expensive. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They marked everything up. Like they
course.
have, and they have you. Like you know.
Yeah, it's like a monopoly kind of. Like you don't use us, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else. Same thing with glassware for spirits too. Like the prices of so there's different styles of the bottles for the different spirits, and some of them for like vodka will be different compared to like gin or whiskey. But basically, the specific bottles not only went out of production during COVID, but the ones that were the alternative increased in price.
Okay.
And it was the same for basically everybody. Like the price of aluminum cans for breweries is through the roof. The price, just anything in the supply chain, basically from raw materials, is just all the way up. So
Right.
it's the same for everybody. But I just don't understand the plastic straw and plastic ban of the plastic
Yeah,
bag
it's
ban.
silly. The straw thing is basically they just have to ask us, and we can give a straw.
So they're still being made.
Yeah, we use plastic straws. We don't have paper, but the customer we can't offer a straw. You have to ask us. So on DoorDash, we now we made a button
Yeah.
that says you want a straw. So I can't just give you a straw.
Oh my god.
And the fine is ridiculous. I forget what it is.
Really?
Yeah,
There's
it's-
fines?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I gotta move out of here. It's so bad.
I know.
Like, I mean, I go to Rook and I'm like, they give me 2 coffees, like one for me and one for my girlfriend. I'm like, can I get 2 straws? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, dude, like, come on. And you go into a food store now.
Oh my
You
God.
get a full cart and you get to the checkout. You're like, oh my
I got my bags.
god. And they're charging like $1 for a bag.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, what is happening right now?
So I'm an Aldi girl, so I always brought my own bags. I'm just used to it, but I still all of a sudden now I go to ShopRite usually after work right across the street, and I'll forget the bags, and I get to the cash out thing. I'm like, damn it, I forgot the bag.
Back to my car and
I just push the cart to my car and I throw everything in the trunk.
Jesus. It's like going to Costco. Costco's been doing it right for a long time.
Yes, Costco is the best.
Yeah. I used to hate Costco. Now it's like the only place I go to.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. They have the Tommy Bahama chairs now.
They're the best. I love
Of
them.
course. I think the
Samples.
best thing at Costco has to be, what's my go-to? First of all, Legends for keeping the food price in the food court the same no matter what.
Yeah,
Like the pizza, the hot dogs, the
$1.29 for a hot dog and a soda.
yeah, it's insane. And then you go to the vending machine, it's like $0.25 for a water.
Yeah.
$0.25 for a water. The best food I think they have there is probably the street tacos.
Yes. Oh my God, those kits are so
Yes. The rotisserie chicken.
good. Rotisserie chicken, best price.
Yes.
I think it's like $8 or something.
not even. It's
yeah.
probably like, I don't even
And they're
know.
big. Like.
Yeah. They also, so they weren't carrying Apple products for the longest time, and they
Really?
finally started carrying them. And I don't know, I think I may have gotten my iPad there, but it's like, you go to Best Buy, it's like $1,300 for a MacBook. Go to Costco, it's like, we'll do $800 for a MacBook. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
I feel like we've
Why
gotten
not?
like every TV at Costco.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a TV outside in my backyard, and it's not really covered from the element. I mean, like I have a cover I can put on it.
Yeah.
We bought it like really cheap, just smart TV. Like I think it was like $200, just because like if it breaks,
whatever.
I'm not gonna be like horribly mad. We're on like year 5, and it's still kicking outside.
The only thing bad about Costco is like if you want something small, if you're like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna go and like see if they have snacks.
Every time.
You go like, oh, should I get that cereal? It's like, sure, I'll get the cereal. You go home like, fuck, did I really need like 14 boxes of this?
No.
Like, did I really have to? It's like taking up all of your pantry space and everything. I'm like, Jesus, man.
I only have 2 people in my house, and I shop like there's like 6,
Costco.
so I don't understand.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, you know what? All of that food, you know, you got 14 cases of tomato sauce. You got, 3 cases of water with 72 waters in each case. We'll do like $20, I think, and then you're good to go. I'm like, sure. Not that I need everything here, but okay. And the clothes they have there are good too.
Yes, I get my work pants there a lot.
The place is amazing.
It is. They literally have everything.
Yeah.
I love Costco.
I
could do a whole podcast on
perfect
Costco
spot.
and how much I love it, honestly.
Just do a Costco podcast. Just do tours in Costco. And the free samples, like the place. Oh my God.
And they always get me. Like, I'm like, that's really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it.
You just got to keep doing laps around the store.
I go for lunch sometimes. It's my lunch.
Just free samples. That's how you got to do it.
We went the other day to get, they have like really good dog beds. I don't know if they're like really like big, and my dog loves them. And we didn't end up getting one there. We didn't find one that like fit the spot that I needed it for. We ended up with like flowers. I had the great flowers there. Flowers, I think like a pair of shoes, and like something else.
Yeah. That's like Target. You're like, I got to get toothpaste. And they walk out with like $300 worth of stuff. I'm like, how the fuck did I get that? Like, how do they do that to me? I don't even know what it is about Target that like you feel like you have to buy everything that's there.
I feel like I don't have that girl Target gene that like every girl's like, oh my God, I love Target. Like I like it, but I'm not like going out of my way to go there. I'd rather go to Costco.
The clothes at Target are I really only shop at like Costco, Target, or Old Navy for clothes. That's it. But
I just got an order from Old Navy delivered. I saw it on my phone.
Yeah. That's how it's done.
I'm an Amazon girly. Love Amazon.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Dude, if I go on Amazon, I'm just like, I don't need anything right now, but let me just look at the deals of the day and just see what's going on.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. You order like 4 different things. I'm like, fuck, man. Did I really need this? And it's like, I don't even know. I can't even think of an example of what I've ordered in the past. Like just nonsense.
My whole kitchen that like we just redid is basically from Amazon. Like everything.
Oh my God.
The little drawer organizers, like.
There are good things on Amazon that you can get. I'm skeptical of some of the reviews, though. I think like it's kind of sketchy that everything has like at least 4 stars.
Oh, you have to read the reviews. You can tell what's like not real. I look for photos. That's the number one.
Like, how is everything here amazing? There's just no way that everything could be this good. But
that's what I say about Costco, though. I've never had
everything
anything
is
from
good
Costco,
from Costco.
I didn't like.
Yeah.
Food-wise.
That's true.
Like I've never been like, oh, never buying that again.
Costco, like, it's a scary place when you go in with no intention of buying anything and you come out with a cart full of shit and you're like, God damn it. You have buyer's remorse. Like,
oh, man.
But yeah, Costco, great place. Target.
We're getting a new one right here.
The Target?
Yeah, in this plaza.
Oh, man.
It used to be a Kmart.
Oh, boy.
We're
Luckily,
excited.
I don't live anywhere near here, but there's a Target down the road from me, so we'll see how that
Target
goes.
is in that plaza with the Crumble and the Five Guys.
How do you go?
Plaza now that I think about it.
How do you go there and just like not lose all your money?
I do go there for like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like because there's an At Home, there's a Marshalls, Target.
There's a what there?
At Home.
Oh, I thought he said Apple. I'm like,
No.
what's at Home is like that branch of Marshalls?
Yeah, it's like all home stuff,
Yeah.
but it's like
It used to be Home Goods or whatever.
It's kind of like Home Goods, but I like the way I think it's laid out a little more organized. Like I feel like Home Goods is like, here's all our shit.
Yeah.
This is what we have today.
It's like no organization
yeah.
at all. It's just like a thrift store basically.
Yeah, At Home is like, this is outside stuff. Here's like bar stools. Here's like pillows.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. What how are we doing on time?
Holy moly.
Oh my god.
What time is it? Oh yeah, it's
2 hours.
12:30.
Yeah. Like 20 minutes ish. I think. Are we good?
You tell me.
I don't know if I have anything else to go through.
Wrap up your show, like you do like social media plugs and all
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So your social, you can do your personal one. I don't know if you
No.
got your personal.
Start from the top, closer, man.
Yeah. How are we doing there? Okay. Your social, Meemom social.
Meemoms.
Meemom social.
Follow us at Meemoms on Instagram, and then each store has their own Facebook page.
So there's Brick, there's Wall, and there's Middletown, right?
And then we're on
What's-
TikTok
TikTok.
at Meemoms. I think that covers all the socials. Don't have
Website, ordering,
www.meemoms.com. You can online order for pickup.
DoorDash.
DoorDash, we're on
Grubhub.
DoorDash, we're on Grubhub, and that's it.
Look at that. What do you think people should order if they're going to order for lunch?
For lunch,
For lunch.
ABC grilled cheese or a mom's chicken panini.
No flights. Do you deliver flights?
Flights are in-house only.
In-house only. Okay.
I feel like that wouldn't travel well.
Yeah, it wouldn't travel well.
Yeah. We gotta get them to come here.
Of course. And you got these two. Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't do so well in a
Yeah.
box. But
We do everything else. Take out.
Lovely. Cool. Well, we got almost 2 hours in. Almost 2 hours. Again, my expectation was an hour, but we rambled off on Costco, Target, places that are cover-ups for the mob. I might not post those because I want to come back alive at some point.
Beer.
Here, correct. Yeah, or the Middletown location. I still have the gift card. Well, I used half of it already, and I think I've outgrown the tank top because I'm no longer the size I was 16 months ago. But yeah, it's because I come here too much. I appreciate getting connected with you again. I know it's
Yeah.
been like 18 months since we last saw each other. This has been fun. I had a lot of great food.
Yeah,
It's
thanks
getting
for having
very
me.
busy in here, which you also love to see. And I might hang around for a little bit too because I have a call in 20 minutes.
You can use
That we'll
this
hop
room.
on. Lovely. Awesome. We'll wrap it up.